Hey, the best bucket. The
The best.
best bucket.
It's here. It's here. All this just reminds me of is the fact that we're less than 2 months away, and I need it in my life. So I not the bucket, although the bucket does give me some thoughts, but specifically the movie. We're close. We are close,
We
man.
are exactly where we need to be.
I agree.
Um,
Are you gonna do? So
why
I
is there
don't.
a tongue? Is the only question. Like, why did they add a tongue?
You know why they added a tongue? You kidding me? Are you kidding me? This movie is not for children. Let's be very clear about this. Like, this is not for children. Don't make that mistake again. I believe there was there was a couple posts, I think, when the first Deadpool movie came out, and parents are just like, "Oh, I had to immediately leave because I wasn't aware of what this movie was like." Like, that's why you should do your homework, ladies and gentlemen. Do your homework. This is not a movie for kids. Okay.
There's an old Carlin quote, and it always holds true. Think of how dumb the average person is and realize that half of people are dumber than that.
Yeah.
It is
Because that
easiest thing in the world
it's,
to become a parent. Easiest thing in the world to become a parent. Hardest thing in the world to be a good parent.
Huh?
Like that's not the same. Like easiest thing in the world to become a parent. Anyone can. Anyone can.
Yeah,
almost.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some.
It's harder to order a pizza than it is to become a parent. Because I have never accidentally ordered a pizza.
It takes a lot to build up to being able to have the children.
So when you have parents that are like, well, I don't like this because my kids will see it. Be like, you're raising your kids poorly. Like, that's it. There's no, I'm sorry.
There's always a choice. You always have a choice to make, right?
If
it's your job as a parent to be educated on what it is that you're doing and what your children are being. And
again, it's just a matter of what you want them to see, right? You can't prevent them from knowing things. It's not something that's not something you can do. You, in my argument, a good parent would explain, like, well, the reason these things isn't for you is because the stuff that's being talked about doesn't really affect people like you. You know, like it's not as funny. If you're like, they use the F word and my kids shouldn't see the F word. Like, well, I think in general, children shouldn't be exposed to like violent words. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're gonna be. And would you rather it be a random TV show or a movie, or you explaining to them what the word is, why it has negative connotation, why you shouldn't use it, and what happens when you do? Like, as far as I'm concerned, if Deadpool and Wolverine, if I see a single post anywhere discussing like, well, this is not a movie for children, I'm going to make that person's life hell.
Did they not?
I have
watch
a lot
the
of free time.
Did it out the trailer? The trailer explicitly made it clear that this is not a movie, kids. Yeah, it's an
R-rated movie.
It's the F-bombs that were dropped in the very first 5 seconds of the trailer should have been a decade.
It's an R-rated movie. It doesn't matter. Even if you didn't see a trailer, if your kids are like, oh, we're going to go see this movie, it's R-rated for a reason. But again, I'm not going to worry because everything I see about this movie leads me to believe that this is going to be $1 billion movie. Yeah. They're so confident this movie is going to be $1 billion movie. Mm-hmm. They made this.
Yeah.
They made the fleshlight Wolverine mouth.
That's what it is. It's a fleshlight Wolverine. You cannot look at this mask, this helmet, this bucket, they're going to call it, and not think at least one dirty thought. There's no possible way that you could look at this and say, you know what? No, this is totally fine.
The trailer for it?
I did not see the trailer for it. There was a trailer for it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they zoomed in.
You're seeing the full, by the way. It's not clipping. This is the full video. Wait for it.
The hand. Oh, yep. Okay.
Wait, we're not there yet. Now.
Wow. And this is the reason why this movie will hit $1 billion in the box office. No, and you might be saying, no, not because of just this specifically. It's because of what this means. This is the type of activity that they're showing us.
I think what you need to understand is that as a millennial, we're both millennials.
Yeah.
As millennials, we lived in and around the greatest time in history.
Go ahead.
We saw, yeah, it's time. I'm gonna preach.
Go ahead.
We saw technology evolve in front of us at a rate where we know the old texts. We lived in a world where we would record songs on the radio. And then we downloaded music in a way that was going to ruin our family computer. We knew it, but we did anyway.
LimeWire.
Kazaa, Napster, like we were the generation of piracy. We were the first pirate.
Oh my god!
You want to talk about how, like, you know, Chinatown, New York City, you can get a bootleg VHS of a movie. Like, yeah, okay, that was, but like we were the ones who had TV shows. They invented a thing for computers before people even were building computers, when every computer was purchased through like IBM or HP or, you know, other dead companies.
Simpler days.
Yeah. Compaq, right? We're going way back. Where you could buy a thing that allowed you to plug your TV into your computer so you could just record it right from there. That software has never changed. Like Winamp. You know, VLC's been around forever. Windows XP, the old days, right? We stopped pirating not because we gained morality as a generation.
What?
We stopped pirating because you said, like, all right, fine, here, give us $9.99 a month. You can listen to any song you want. And I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Sure, I got $10. We're adults now. And then they were like, oh, here's Netflix. You could watch anything. Okay. Cool. Here's Disney Plus. It's got all Disney stuff. Oh, okay, that's real cool. Here's Hulu. It's mostly TV shows and stuff. I mean, I'll get one of them. Yeah. Here's Paramount Plus. Here's Apple Plus. But Apple Plus has critically acclaimed show Ted Lasso. Like, right now it does. So guess what? When you're like, oh, I need to have 17 different subscriptions to watch TV shows. Oh, a pirate's life. We're a generation that just doesn't have time for this. We don't. And we look at nostalgia glasses. We look back at the things that we had when we were kids. Like, yeah, that shit was dope. Yeah, because it was dope.
It was.
And but like, we have the hindsight to know, like, not only was it dope, it was doper than anything our parents had, comparatively, and it's doper than anything the current generations have. Like, it's just the separations are massive. So we're like, okay. So as millennials, we're all jaded. We're all remembering the way things were. We've all died to late stage capitalism, and all of us, every single one, every millennial you ever meet, is an abject piece of shit. We all are, in some way. And when you told us we're going to get an R-rated movie, me most of all, when when you told us we're gonna get an R-rated movie with Hugh Jackman saying the F word and stabbing people, we're like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
We're going in.
Say less.
Yeah. This movie is going to make $1 billion. Not on the grounds that, like, it's a Marvel movie and Marvel is popular.
that could be less. That's like that's not. I'm not even sure if that's a part of why we care. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Let's not forget that if this was still Fox, we still would be going to see it. Let's understand now that. Let's understand this for a second. Hugh Jackman Wolverine was always supposed to be a part of Deadpool 3 anyway. So if Fox had kept it, we still were gonna go watch this bad boy. Because
we were always gonna watch it.
And Ryan Reynolds.
But now we get Paul Rudd jokes.
Right. Now they make fun of Kevin Feige.
Like, keep in mind.
It's too simple, guys.
We're watching this movie. Everyone's watching this movie. This movie's great. And this is gonna be the first movie I go into theaters to see since No Way Home.
Well, to be fair, that was a good one to see in the theaters.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was a good one to see in theaters too.
I'm sure it was. I didn't.
It was a good watch. Listen, I don't blame you.
And there's nothing anyone can do about it, right? Like we know, like they can't stop. They have to want people to go to, like, I don't want to leave my house. I do. I leave my house every day, but I don't want to. I don't want to enjoy the world outside. If I go out, I don't want to sit down at dinner.
What is out there for me?
I don't want to sit down at dinner. I want to order my food on my phone, walk into the store, pick it up, and fuck off. I went to Sweetgreen today. I went to a Sweetgreen, and my name was on the package that I ordered while sitting in my car outside Sweetgreen. That was easier and like a way better experience for my life than walking in, ordering with a human being, and then waiting. I sat in my car. I watched a YouTube video. When the YouTube video was done, I got up. I walked into Sweetgreen. I said nothing to anybody. I looked for my name. I saw Tony. Made sure it was me, because there's a lot of Tonys in New Jersey.
That's fair. Very responsible.
It was me. Yeah. It was me. And I was like, and nobody stopped. Nobody asked. Nobody talked to me. Then I went in, and I got my food, and I got in my car, and I fucked off. And then I ate my Sweetgreen. And that was my life, and I'm happy about it. And that's what I want. I'm not going to movie theaters. I'm like, it's got to be a thing.
At this point, I go because I just want to be able to get away from home.
Yeah.
So I kind of go for that. But my situation is a little bit different than yours. I have 4 very loud children and sometimes a 5th child, my wife. So therefore, she's not here.
She ain't watching.
She ain't watching. I'm safe. So therefore, it's like an adventure. It's peace. I'm the guy that the movie starts at 9:00, and I've left my house at 7. Why? Because it's an event for me. It's an event. When you have as many children as I do, and a wife, you need time away. That is my time away.
You know what? But that makes sense. And that's it. Bro, if you told me
I'm not doing that for every movie though. I'm doing that for very specific movies.
When we have the time, when things line up. Bro, I have a very large TV. I have a very expensive sound system in my living room. Right? I have very comfortable couches that recline and have cup holders and like little spaces.
Yeah.
And next to all of that is my kitchen, where all my food is.
Pause. I feel like
if you tell me, and all this considered, my laptop has an HDMI cable that just goes right to my screen. So if you tell me, well, don't you want to go to the theaters? For an event, I do. With people, I do. I'm not going. I'm in my like late 30s, man. I'm not going on dates to the movie theaters anymore. I will have a date night at a movie theater. Like if we're both like, oh yeah, we got to see this movie. Like that's not the same. But I'm not like, oh, Grinder pops up and I'm like, hey, do you want to? No, it's Grinder. We know what you're on this for. Let's get out of here. Well, come on. So like,
it's one question that you have to ask.
I feel it.
Just to verify.
I'm not leaving my house because I spent a lot of money to make my house comfortable, to make my TV viewing experience comfortable. I could binge watch all of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or I can watch a relatively decent quality copy of a movie. Yeah. All of these things are possible. Doesn't cost me any money. Don't got to drive. Don't got to go out. Deadpool, I'm going out. Oh, I don't care if it's alone. It's not going to be alone, but I don't. If it was alone, I'd go alone to see it. Like,
yeah, I hear you.
I might see it twice if it's good.
And by the way, this is the reason why movies like Furiosa didn't do well in the box office, because people are just like, this is not good enough for me to go to the theaters and watch. It feels like something that I can wait 2 months for. So I'm going to wait 2 months for it. Also,
did your parents see movies?
They're kind of, no, my parents are not movie. They're not movie watchers even now, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our generation was the generation of the movie boom, and also uniquely competent enough to not care anymore about movies. And the generations after us,
yeah,
they could care less.
So you said Marvel movie, right? So that was back in Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah. What was another movie? What was the last movie that was not a Marvel movie that you went to go see in the theaters? I'm asking you this question for a particular reason. Because you can't remember exactly. You can't remember. And you know what? Same. I can't remember. I want to say, and this is going to probably really date me a little bit here. You remember Grown Ups?
Yeah.
I watched that movie in the theaters. That was the last one I watched, but that was a long time ago. I feel like there was one other movie that I did see.
Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu. I saw that in theaters.
That was good. Okay.
That's the last one I remember. Oh, what year did Detective Pikachu come out?
Another Ryan Reynolds movie.
Detective Pikachu was 2019.
That's not bad though. That was a couple years ago.
But that means that like 5 years have passed, and I don't remember another movie.
I honestly, I feel like I've seen something else, but I cannot remember it. Because I've avidly just been watching a lot of superhero films in the theaters, but I'm trying to remember what was not a superhero movie that I saw in the theaters. At least you remembered yours. I know I saw Grown Ups. It's gonna bother me now. Detective Pikachu. That was good. I feel like
D&D Honor Amongst Thieves. I didn't see it in theaters. I did see it, but I didn't see it in theaters.
Didn't see it in theaters? Okay.
I feel like maybe I saw one of the Godzilla and Kong movies.
I think I saw one of the John Wick movies. I want to say it was a John Wick movie that I saw in the theaters.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I understand.
Who's seeing fucking movies? I just want to. Do you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know anyone? Do you have friends, like family friends, and they're like, yeah, we're going to the movies. Like,
it's funny because a lot of my friends in general, they're not really heavy moviegoers. So they don't really see movies in the theaters either, right? They will go. They're not Marvel. They're not superhero film people though. They will watch them, but that's gonna be like when that thing comes out on Disney Plus, something like that. And that's when you're gonna start to see, them kind of watch certain things. But for the most part, they're not really heavy moviegoers. I think, like I said, the last one I think I saw in the theaters was like a John Wick movie. And we just had 3, right? So it was most likely 2 that I saw in the theaters because I freaking love John Wick. Like, I've watched those movies too many times to count.
There was, local to me, there was an area that was a historic district, and one of the parts of it was a theater. And because it was historic district, they were allowed to run it the way it was forever. Like, it was very small. And we used to see all the Marvel movies there because, like, if I went with like 3 or 4 of my friends, we made up 80% of the population in that theater. I feel like but like, because it was so close to where I live, and like to where all my friends, like, we generally are, it was like we used to just go. Like, what are you doing? I'm bored. You want to go see a movie? And sometimes it wouldn't even ask like what's out. Like, we would just go and be like, we'll just go see this. So there's a chance there was another movie in between 2019 and now that I've seen there. But like, when COVID shut down, that theater shut down. That theater, okay. And it still hasn't reopened. So that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I truly don't know. Like, I used to go to that theater we'd go like twice a month to that theater because tickets were like $6.50. Okay. Like, that's popcorn cheap. Was like $3 for a small. Like, it was like the prices we paid when we were kids. So, like, yeah. Now I always feel bad because, like, when I was seeing my ex, she had a son. We'd go see a movie, and I just looked at your screen. That's why I laughed. And like, for 2 people to go see a movie, it's like $60-$70 for 2 people and a kid to see a movie. Oh, okay. Each kid adds like $15-$20 to the total. Yeah. And when I was, going back in time, I remember I had a birthday party at a movie theater once. That was a thing, like birthday parties at like AMC's. How old are you? How old was I? Or like, when that was a lot. Like, we were talking like 12, 13 or something, okay. Right? All right. Yeah, no, not 27, right? Like, I wasn't. Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, maybe you were in your teens or something like that. But yeah. No, it was like 13, 14, and there was like, but there was like, 15, 20 kids there, and that was a deal, and we got to eat and everything like that. But I'm thinking about that now, and I'm like, oh man, when we, like, after a sport, like after a game, someone's dad would take us, to the movies or something, like after a soccer game or something, and thinking like, oh man, that was probably like $100. Now imagine taking 10 kids to see a movie, any movie. No. How much is that? That's a paycheck. That's like half. That's for some people, that's like pretty much half of their paycheck. Let me see. Let's see. Let's say a kid's ticket is what, $10? What's the kid's ticket? $10? Sound 10, about right? 10, yeah, 10, 11 bucks. That's $100. Yeah. And none of those kids are getting popcorn? All of them are getting popcorn. Let's say you split. Let's say you get like a kids combo, but like large popcorn. That's still like $15. That averages to like $15 a kid. Mm-hmm. So that's $250 right there. Mm-hmm. And then it's you still got a ticket. Mm-hmm. And you still are getting something. You're not. You didn't go to the dollar store beforehand. You couldn't.
Right.
You couldn't get 10 kids.
You could sneak something into your backpack.
Yeah, it's like $300.
Yeah.
For a bunch of kids to see a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for some people that's like half of their paycheck or all of their paycheck for the week. I mean, not everybody is working.
I don't like any
crazy,
and that's
jobs,
minimum.
You know what I mean, so some people are within that range.
I don't like anyone's kids that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm paying $300, the theater's taking care of those kids for the next 2 hours. Like it's also a babysitter, so I can go to like a restaurant or something. Sit down at an Applebee's and be like, why am I at an Applebee's? I'm an adult. Why did I choose this?
I looked it up. The last movie, funny enough, the last movie I saw in the theaters that wasn't a superhero film was Despicable Me 3. We saw.
Did you see that, or did your kids see that and you went with them?
Me and my wife actually went to go see it because we were.
You're a monster. You're a monster.
Yeah, we saw it in the theaters. It was pretty good. Now, to be fair, this was a drive-in movie theater, so that was the year where I believe Spider-Man: Far From Home came out. So we saw this one first, and then we saw Spider-Man: Far From Home. So I do count the drive-in movie theaters because that's still a theater.
I mean, I still have a friend. I have a different group. I have a friend who's in his like mid to late 20s, like he's like 28 or something. Mm-hmm. And he'll still like message me or one of our friends and be like, hey, you guys want to go see a movie? Mm-hmm. And we're just like, why? What movie? Like what like it's so funny. Because he's like, well, you know, like I'll pick up the tickets, just pay me when we get there. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what if instead we went to a park and threw rocks at kids, and then we went to a bar and drank? Like, what if we did that and saved the $970 that we would have spent on movies? Oh, I'd like a large popcorn. Oh, like wait, we have the elephant in the room. You know this bucket. $15. You know this bucket.
It's like $25 easily.
$30 and without the popcorn, like you know, like no refills. And I'm buying this bucket. You know, I'm buying this bucket. If I walk in and they're like, we don't have any more buckets, I'm like, you better reword that because I'm seeing buckets in kids' hands and I can take a fucking kid. You better fucking find me a bucket or we're going to have the police here.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, the last couple of times I've seen the last couple superhero films that I've seen in the theaters,
Back
right?
to this picture. I love this picture.
This picture is great, man. Keep it up. The last couple of movies that I've seen, last couple of superhero films that I've seen in the theaters. So, unfortunately, I saw Aquaman in the theaters.
Ow.
I saw, once again, it's a night out by myself. That's what that was about. I saw Blue Beetle in the theater, which, by the way, I thought it was a pretty good film. I enjoyed it. Guardians 3, I saw Flash. I'm trying to recall the number of people that I saw in these movies, right? Aquaman was empty. Blue Beetle was empty for the most part. The Flash was kind of packed. Like that was a full movie theater at the Flash. That was definitely a full movie theater. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I remember being a full movie theater. Spider-Man No Way Home definitely was full. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, that was a full movie theater as well. But I feel like the word of mouth got out, and then it's sort of what is wrong with people? Oh man. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was packed in the beginning, but I think because the word of mouth got out, I think things started to taper off a little bit. The Marvels, dead. Like that theater was dead. It was
I am
Me and Desi went to go see that one together, and we both looked at each other like, "Wow, there is nobody here. Like there is nobody here,
I
brother."
I remember a movie theater was a place kids could hang out together. Parents were cool with it because it was relatively safe. It was a public place.
Yeah,
Kids weren't getting up to no good. There was usually an arcade there. There was snacks. There was food. They could eat. There was always a
yeah.
small shitty restaurant near it. There was always a
Nearby, yeah.
Chili's or an Applebee's or some garbage
yep.
fucking restaurant next to a movie theater that, you know, some poor 47-year-old woman at 9:30 at night would get a kid, 13-year-olds, a table of 13-year-olds, and just be like, they're all getting half off appetizers. Why am I, you know, like, you remember the days. I don't care that none of Phase 5 incentivized me to see the movie in theaters. A good portion of that is because I could see the movie the day it comes out without going to theaters.
Yeah.
Through means. And that's not true of, first of all, everybody can. Let's anyone can. Whether they know or they're interested in that, that's up to them completely. But like, it's a thing, right? Like,
Right.
It's a very common thing. But I still will go to theaters if, like, Dune 2 was a movie I would have gone to theaters to see because it's a spectacle. I didn't go see Avatar 2 because I didn't see Avatar 1 because, for the life of me, I do not know a single person who saw Avatar 1 in theaters. I just don't. I think I might have, but I don't remember. Like, I feel like we've all been gaslit into thinking this movie was good.
Which one?
Avatar 1. Not the last Airbender.
I've never really been able to get into the franchise, honestly. Personally, that's just a me thing.
Yeah.
But
and everyone's like, well, it's phenomenal.
I get snobby people who are just like, you never watched. I'm like, I do. I tried to watch the first one. It really wasn't that interesting to me. I stopped watching it because I realized that I didn't need to continue watching it anymore. I'm not interested in the second movie. Came out. They're like, you don't know what. And they're
like, oh, it made billions. I'm like, I don't believe you, because every time I talk to somebody, they're like, oh, Avatar. I remember seeing it. I'm like, did you see it in theaters? Like, I must have, right? Like, I don't get it. Like, they're fine movies. There's nothing wrong with them, but like,
it's just not for me personally.
The way I hear people talk about it is it's like, oh, it's a cinema. Like, bro, I'll go see any Quentin Tarantino movie in theaters because I know it's gonna be wild, right? Like, it's a wild thing. And like, it's a fun experience, but Marvel was the reason to go to theaters, and I don't understand how there are more closed movie theaters as I drive around. The only ones that are open are AMC's, and honest to God, I think the reason they're still open is because they signed like 10-year leases and stuff, and they're like, well, we might as well try. I don't get it.
And there's like two others I think that are still
Regal
kind of kicking. Regal
is still one.
Oh my goodness. There's one that's nearby me and I know what it is. I just can't.
I have a theater called Kerasotes, and it's a small chain. I don't even know if they're still around. I'm actually gonna look that up.
Showcase Cinema. That's what it is.
Kerasotes is still a theater. Yeah, that's crazy.
Showcase Cinema, AMC, and like you said, Regal. Those are like the only movie theaters that I see anymore that are open. But like I'm saying, like every time I've gone, the last couple movies that I've gone to see now, or a good decent amount of them, they've been. I went to see Wakanda Forever twice. Once, just for this. I think
once
I went
to make sure.
I went with my friend. I went once, and I brought my daughter the second time because I know that she wanted to. That's kind of like a thing that we do. Like if we'll go watch a movie first, and then because my daughter, she's about to be 8, so there's certain things that we have to scout out first just to make sure that it's appropriate for her. So we did that with Wakanda Forever, and we did that with the Marvels. And then we were like, okay, yeah, she can go see that. She loves the Marvels, by the way. So at least my daughter, is a fan of that movie.
One. We have one.
I wasn't in the same boat as her, but that's fine.
I just put up all the movies that are currently in theaters right now. The Garfield movie.
Garfield is got a movie. Look at him. Go ahead.
Furiosa.
See, Furiosa bombed. I heard, right, in the theaters, or just bombing.
If which
okay.
is something. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I heard. So okay. You know when somebody says it's the best, the biggest, the most highest selling, and like for a long time when we heard that as humans, that meant something, and now we've grown enough to know that it means fucking nothing at all.
Yeah, because everybody says it.
I heard at the end of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember what I was watching, but a commercial for it came up. I was watching the NBA. I was watching the final one of the last match for probably it was the Timberwolves game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely the Timberwolves game. And they're like, I swear to God, this is what the commercial said. I'm not even making it up. The #1 movie in the world, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I heard that, and I went, that's probably a very true statement, but it doesn't hold the same weight.
It doesn't.
Because being the #1 movie in the world now means that, like, someone fucking saw it in theaters. You know, like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So, like, I saw The Fall Guy recently.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was very funny. I'm not going to theaters to see. That's a good date movie. That's a really good date movie.
Okay.
If you with a down ass bitch or dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not, then it's not gonna be great. That was a fine movie. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't even like.
So apparently is it Haikyuu? I don't know how to say that name. Haikyuu movie.
Haikyuu. Yeah.
Haikyuu. It's apparently made what he said. It's made $800K on a $100,000 budget.
Yeah. That's a great return.
Oh, it is.
That's what they need to be doing, because ain't nobody going to see $1 million movies anymore. Okay, Furiosa made $71 million, and we have no budget information on them.
We don't. How do we not have? Well, I'm sure if we looked it up, we'll probably be able to find it, or at least whatever.
Maybe just maybe, nobody wants to see an origin story about a secondary character.
That could be it. Who would have thunk it?
The Garfield movie.
I mean, I think
the Garfield movie made $104 million.
The Garfield movie has made $104 million. What was the budget?
Yeah. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say. Okay,
but it's animated, so not a lot.
Yeah.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes made $306 million worldwide. That probably isn't doing well.
I'm assuming that had a pretty damn big budget based on what we know about the Planet of the Apes. That probably had a big budget.
If made $109 million.
Is this also animated? Animated film, right?
No, it's live action. They just have like some CGI random characters.
Okay.
109 million. The Fall Guy, 147 million, and again, no budget. We could find the budget, but like
I saw Haikyuu, which one? Once again, I'm probably screwing that name up. But 100K budget and it made 4.6 million worldwide. That's damn good. Like they did well.
Hold on, let's see. You know what sucks? Godzilla X Kong made 567 worldwide. That movie was great. I enjoyed that movie. That movie should be making money. The budget on that movie had to be like 200 to 300
200 million. That's what I'm saying, yeah. So they didn't really necessarily make the return on their investment that they needed.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire made 200 million, definitely didn't make money.
Who did Godzilla? Is that Sony? Who does that movie?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, okay.
What's The Strangers? It's a horror movie?
I've never heard of The Strangers.
Okay, so here's the cool thing about The Strangers. It made 28 million, so you're like, oh, that movie couldn't have made money. It's a Lionsgate film, motherfucker. That movie cost $3 million to make. Lionsgate don't have money. Lionsgate don't fuck around, bro. Lionsgate's like, here's the money you have. Make a movie or fucking don't. Lionsgate's not in it to make billion-dollar movies. Lionsgate is in it to pump out some fucking garbage and hopefully make some profits. They're probably the most profitable movie in percentages, movie studio in percentages in the last decade, because they spent like $100 million and made $4.7 billion. Like, just throwing out everything.
I mean, the math checks out.
Yeah. Look, here's one called Unsung Hero. It's made a worldwide $20 million. Like, okay, cool. Domestic. So, whatever. I've never heard of this movie, and it's a Lionsgate movie with people, with human beings, which means it cost $1 million. Like,
I mean, good for them, man. Lionsgate. Who did Creed? Isn't that Lionsgate that did Creed, or am I missing that?
Let's see what Lionsgate's up to. Let's go. I think that was Legendary. All right, Lionsgate. Let's see what's going on. They're doing a Borderlands movie. That's their highest budget movie ever. Probably $45. Mark Wahlberg movie. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm sure that was something. Saw X. Those movies only cost $5. John Wick 4. That movie's nothing. That movie. How much do you think the John Wick movies cost? Like, blood explosions. Those things are cheap as fuck. Like, what I mean?
I was just more thinking about the areas that they have to travel to for the most part to be able to, because they're shooting these in different locations. So, I mean, I feel like that brings the budget up a little bit. What do you think? Probably like what 50 mil, 100 mil?
Hold on, let's see. John Wick 4 budget. $100 million was the budget for John Wick Chapter 4.
Huh?
It box office was $440 million. And I remember the advertising campaign for John Wick Chapter 4. It was, watch John Wick Chapter 4. And everyone was like, yup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this, and again, this is Chapter 4's budget. Let's see what 3's budget. $75 million. John Wick 2's budget. $40 million.
40 million. Okay.
John Wick 1 budget. About 20 to 30 million.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, about 20 to 30 million. So let's just put it into perspective. They have spent about $170 million.
That's insane.
On a $1 billion franchise.
My gosh, that is insane.
Like, when I don't care so much for movies. Like, I'm not a cinemaphile that way, but I love the details of, like, I love the backs. Like, a movie costs $250 million to make, but it costs $150 million to produce, and this is how the money comes in. I'm always fascinated by that because I like because that's stuff that like nobody knows. And when it's something that like isn't common knowledge, I like dig in because I'm like, ooh, I want to know something that not a lot of people know, so I have something interesting to say.
Yeah.
Lionsgate historically is just like they just never part with money.
I didn't know they did the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And all of Lionsgate movies are like people. Like they're very rarely like, even going back to like the Twilight Saga, there was some CG and effects and stuff in it.
Yeah.
But like Expendables,
yeah.
Expendables 4 probably had a high budget on the grounds of like the people.
The actors, yeah.
Yeah,
actors
but let's see. Nope, 100 million.
100 million.
100 million.
Think about it, like the actors. How much? What is the percentage of the budget that the actors take up? Actors and actresses. Like what do they take
The
up,
answer to that question is it's unknowable because
it's gonna depend because each actor carries a different sort of.
Here's a piece of information.
In a sense, right?
Anthony Hopkins made more money as Odin than Chris Hemsworth made as Thor when they signed. Chris Hemsworth was signed to make, we'll say, $1 million a movie, hypothetically, and Anthony Hopkins got paid like $4 million.
4 million. Yeah.
So Anthony Hopkins was in 3 movies for like a brief period of time.
Yeah, and
he made a couple of million. He made like 4 or 5 million off of it. Thor got paid more money overall because he was in more movies, but Thor got back end points, which means the better the movie did, the more money he got in residuals. That was the whole thing that Scarlett Johansson sued Disney over, because her deal was such that she made less money up front, but more money off the box office. And when they chose not to release it in the box office, they literally cut into what her potential. It could have been nothing. Like they could have released it exclusively in the movies and she would have made nothing. But by taking that away, she was able to settle and get a probably way more money than she would have gotten under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, that was her, that like she doesn't have to work anymore. Between residuals on her past movies, which not a lot of them were great. She's not a particularly good actress. Yeah. But like on residuals on past movies,
you didn't like Lucy. You weren't.
Nobody liked Lucy. That's not fair. But like she still gets residuals, and the Marvel residual she got from like Avengers DVDs and shit. Like she's good, but like whatever that settlement payment was, that's like she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to. Like she's like, all right, I'm good now. She can go marry Colin Jost, and then everyone will be like, why did that happen? And it's like, whatever.
She can go be in the next Transformers, whatever movie that is, and then I just wanted to point out how much I don't like that new Transformers movie. That's all. Proceed.
Is she in that?
Yeah, she's in it. So by the way, so is Chris Hemsworth and the guy who played Phastos.
Brian Henry Tyree?
Yes.
Brian David Tyree?
I think it's David. David Tyree.
I love him.
Oh, he's great.
Love him so much.
He's also the father. He also plays the father for Miles, right? So, good guy.
He's a voice in that. I don't know if he's the father,
he's the. I think he's the voice act. He's a father. He's a voice actor for the father, I believe.
Brian Tyree Henry. Okay, I was wrong every time. Henry.
Okay. To be fair,
he was in Godzilla X Kong, which was great.
Okay.
He was in Joker. I don't remember him in Joker.
I mean, he was in Bullet Train.
Bullet Train's the best.
Bullet Train.
Yeah. Bullet Train is a movie. Bullet Train's a movie where if you went to theaters to see it, you're like, I got my money's worth. That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess to bring a capstone to this part of the conversation.
Oh, there's a cap. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Deadpool. They're gonna make $1 billion.
Oh,
this is $1 billion movie.
If it's
Yeah,
not, they suck.
It doesn't even
disappointed.
matter if it's good. That's the problem. It doesn't matter.
But
There will be no criticisms. There will be no criticisms.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good because of who you have in it. Like
there will be no criticisms of this movie. Like there will be people who are like, well, actually, fuck them. No one's gonna hear them. Like, it's just it's a reality.
To be fair, I might be one of those people because I mean, why? Why not? I always have to find something negative in everything. Why? This is who I am.
Oh yeah, but it won't matter. No one will hear it.
Everything. Okay.
It like you know how like former President Donald Trump just got convicted of a felony. Like,
again? That's not
no, like he's literally like yesterday, convicted of a felony, right? It does not matter any reality because there's an equal split down the line. Like if it's fake or real, if it's bullshit or not, it doesn't matter because there is a split. It's not an even split, but there is a split of people who do not care. And that information will not change anything they have to say. Right. And people who do not care, and that information, like, nobody switched sides on that deal. You know what I mean? Like, when that information came out, everyone just legendary doubled down wherever they were. Some people were like, yeah, fuck you. And other people were like, it's rigged. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is the same with Deadpool and Wolverine. There are going to be some very valid criticisms of this movie, I could already say, and it's going to fall on deaf ears. Because the people who enjoy this movie are going to be like, but then Wolverine stabs someone in the dick. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're right. But did you get stabbed in the dick? I don't think so. You know, like.
Yeah. This is correct.
Ridiculous.
This is correct.
All right. So I'm going to close these out.
Okay.
I just have this cute picture of Phoenix from a new comic run that's running right now.
Okay.
The Phoenix Force has gone back into Jean Grey. Because comics are weird. And this is an adorable fucking picture. Look how cute it is.
Why does she look so peaceful here? That's my concern. This is a lie. That's what this is. Oh, okay. Right.
Do you want to see the variant covers?
The variant cover now. See,
variant 1.
There's more? Okay.
Variant 2.
I like the first one better so far.
Variant 3.
That's pretty good.
I'll zoom in a little.
Oh, that's good. That one's good. I like that one too.
Those are just straight up versus aliens. These are the versus aliens variants. Just Phoenix fucking up some aliens. This feels like I've seen it before.
The Dark Phoenix. Yeah, it's.
And then the cute one. It's so cute.
Yeah, very cute.
It's just she's just a little guy. She's just
she seems so innocent. And then this one.
And then this one is
this is like the set. Like, hey, take your pants off. This is the take your pants off one. Yeah, that's what this is. Well, she's telling me that personally. That's what's happening.
So I just wanted to showcase that comics still exist.
How long is it?
We read
how long
them.
Is this gonna be? How long is this gonna be going on? This series.
Oh, no one's gonna read it.
You're gonna read it.
No, unknowable bullshit. Like what? No, no, I'm not reading it. Nobody cares. It's just so cute. Basically, they kind of went tits up with X-Men.
Okay.
Here I'll show you.
So when's that coming out? July. I know the big thing right now that everybody's like, well, the Krakoa thing just ended. Like Krakoa thing just ended, right? Like
they finally got rid of the Krakoa run.
Okay.
Of so that's Rise of the Powers of X. That's how Phoenix came back. Phoenix went back into that. But the end of the Krakoan age. So like I have this thing with comics. I like when something changes.
Okay.
I like when there's like when something happens and it causes a change. The end of Civil War happened and there was a change. Like they undid the mutant registration, but they didn't because it was now like frowned upon to keep your identity secrets. But so there was a change, and it you know, the stories kind of went back and forward. The entirety of the X-Men most recent 2 or 3 years run has been we're immortal, we can't die,
Yep.
and we're gonna survive forever, and we're just gonna wait for there to be more mutants than humans, and then stop worrying about it.
Yeah.
And we knew that that wasn't gonna be forever, but it should have been forever. Like,
no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Technically,
I don't want my mutants
ended. Yeah, yeah.
I want separate but equal.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't want my mutants,
and I also want to eat it. That's what this is.
I want my mutants segregated from the rest of the world.
I'm kidding.
No, that's what they want. That's what but it's fucked up because that's what everybody wanted.
I'm talking about from like if you're looking at the show, if you're looking at like the old school comics, they want equality. They want to be together, and then of course here comes Jonathan Hickman.
But here's why it's so
like,
fucked up, right? because we have like 80 years of X-Men comics that are like, we just want you to treat us like people. Yeah. And we want to help you and be a part of your world. And just society generally being like, get fucked, get out of our world. And then we have the reverse where the X-Men are like, fine, we fucked off. Like, we're not, if you need our help, we got you. But other than that, leave us alone. And then society was like, nah, fuck that. Get back here so we can keep kicking you. And the end of the Krakoan age, while something
do you want to give away spoilers, or do you want to keep it just in case people want to read it themselves?
Nobody can read. Nobody who listens to us can read.
Okay, that's fair.
That's what it comes down to.
That includes. By the way, that includes us.
Us.
So no, we're
us. You can't
we're
see
also
it.
Included in that.
I have to highlight the words so that it reads in my ears what it says. I can't read. Like it was like this great, insane, like ramifications going forward, and now everyone's like, well, we have to kind of group them in because we're going to be bringing the X-Men into the movies, and this is like, it's like, dude, shut the I just fucking never
Oh gosh, here we go.
Never has the movie like influencing the comics ever not sucked fat donkey balls. It is never.
They're doing it right now with Deadpool too, by the way. But go ahead.
Never, never, ever. Every time they're like, we have to make the comics more like the movies, they have come up with just carbonated raccoon jizz of garbage.
It's an incredibly visual.
For more information on carbonated raccoon jizz, try a Bud Light Lime. Every time there's like, oh, you know what? In the Spider-Man movies, Peter doesn't have web shooters. So we're going to write this fucking 9-month convoluted arc so that Peter Parker has natural webbing now. Why? What? Who did that? What? For what? For what? For it to immediately go back to fucking web shooters when everyone realized how fucking stupid that was.
Yeah.
The reason web shooters didn't exist in the fucking movies is because Sam Raimi was like, I don't have fucking time. That's not, like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
He could just do it. Like why? Like, why waste time? It was a stylistic choice made by a director who is not good at those type of things. And it's fine. Sam Raimi's good at very specific things, and I love him for it. And the things he's not good at, I will beat him to death over. You know, the Inhumans are actually really powerful.
How?
No, they actually are. You just wouldn't know because there's never done anything with it.
Here's the thing. I'm being devil's advocate, so that's
Yeah.
so we're preaching this in.
How? So the Inhumans are like the reason Neanderthals are extinct. When our species was diverging, the Kree came to Earth and experimented on certain humans. And the humans that were experimented on were given powers, like abilities through Kree science. It was just an experiment. And because of that, all other forms of Inhumans are the same thing as mutants, except a different reason. Mutants are regular humans who evolved a very specific gene.
Yep.
Inhumans are regular humans who had genes spliced into them to become more powerful. And Inhumans genetically it's always a dominant gene, so it will always pass, but it won't be activated until something happens, which in this case was Terrigen Mist. The problem is, the reason the Inhumans became Marvel's fucking go-to was because the Fox had the X-Men, and Ike Perlmutter, that garbage piece of shit, was like, we're not making money off of promoting X-Men anymore, so we're going to promote our stuff, and we're going to bleed them out. And like real Vince McMahon energy, you know, pre-shitting in girls' hair is Vince McMahon, obviously. Or post, I don't know. I really don't know that much.
Listen, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, right? And like, every time Ms. Kamala Khan, we're going to make her a mutant in the MCU. Well, let's retcon her to be a mutant in the comics now the whole time. Why? Well, mutants are just more popular than Inhumans. Do you know why mutants are more popular than humans? Because you suck at writing Inhumans.
Yeah, Inhumans comics are... They're not interesting to read.
Inhumans are always the best part of comics.
As an additional piece to an existing comic.
Yeah, so like here,
that's kind of the way I look at Inhumans. Like, oh, it's nice that Black Bolt is here. That's great. Cool, Crystal. Okay, great. Like they're like as an individual comics. I've never said I want to read an Inhumans comic. And to be honest with you, no, I have read one or two.
So Thanos,
if Marvel was supposed to be still not true, Marvel was supposed to be immune. Korea, no. I feel like we covered that.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Perlmutter was like, "Fuck mutants, everyone's inhuman." Right. That doesn't change the fact that she's it doesn't matter what she was supposed to be. It matters what she is.
You're right.
She is an Inhuman. The fact, like, you can change it, and it whatever. It was stupid, but it is. It's true. Like, how did what's his name? Miles get his powers?
I don't remember from the comics. I know what it was like in the TV show. Not TV show, the movies.
Alchemix spider bit him.
Is that what it was in the comics as well?
Alchemix spider bit him. On Ultimate Comic. Hold on. We could open this comic right here that I've had forever and find out. Miles number 1.
I when I picked up on Miles Morales comics, he was already Spider-Man. There was no previous backstory or anything like that.
He was bitten by an Alchemax attempting to recreate Oscorp's experiment.
Okay.
Yeah. Not from an interdimensional spider that the Spider-Verse movie is talking about.
Yep. By the way, I do like the twist that they put on that story. I thought that was kind of cool, though.
I like the story they're telling. It's a phenomenal story. Don't change it for anything. But don't change things around it.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Inhumans are trash, always have been. I mean, Black Bolt's the shit. Like, fact...
To be fair, I like the
I don't need a hat anymore.
I like the creativity of the backstory of like how Inhumans came to be. I like that story. I just don't think that there was anything interesting that they specifically did.
The Guardians of the Galaxy suck.
Oh, those comics aren't necessarily great.
Unreadable either. Dog shit for 30 years.
Yeah.
You had to be the most overweight comic book nerd to like enjoy Guardians of the like pre reworked Guardians of the Galaxies. Yeah. They were terrible. They were just awful.
Like Star-Lord is not a character that you're like, I want to get behind him and cheer for him. No, you're
Cosmic like, Marvel
is kind of a prick.
3 characters. 3 characters. Cosmic Marvel. It is Galactus and his related bullshit. Mm-hmm. Right? That's number 1. Mm-hmm. The second is Thanos and his related bullshit. And the third is Nova and the Kree Skrull War. That is the only Cosmic Marvel that is like Destiny. Nobody fucking cares. Living Tribunal. Nobody. If the Living Tribunal shows up, it is exclusively to let you know shit's going down. If the Watcher shows up, it is exclusively to let you know you don't give a shit. The Beyond, like nobody fucking cares. It's like, we need a reason this to happen.
The Watcher is usually a prelude to, okay, this story doesn't matter in the canon of whatever the hell is actually going on. That's typically how when I see the Watcher, I'm just like, oh, so this is another universe that we're going to be talking about. So this is like a story that I can either enjoy or skip. Like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. It's like, oh, okay. The Watcher shows up. It's an alternate universe. You know it's going to be a fun story because it's Deadpool. Proceed.
Thanos mostly trash in comics. Correct. Yeah, absolutely, TLC. Thanos is mostly trash in comics. There are a couple of good runs. Thanos Quest was a good run. But again, Thanos wasn't the thing. He was the vessel by which the story was told through that. But do you remember Nebula in those comics? She had like a fucking fro. It was a weird ass character. Adam Warlock.
I remember Gamora. I don't remember Nebula, but yeah.
Adam Warlock is way like the Adam Warlock we got is such a sin that like they might as well just pretend it never happened and make a new Adam Warlock. That's how.
That was a hard spot to put Adam Warlock in, though. In my opinion, like to bring him in there. My question was always, why bring him in at all? So my issue is this: James Gunn is no longer here or in the MCU, right? He's now at DC. I just don't understand the purpose of bringing in Adam Warlock now into this dynamic multiverse. Like Adam Warlock made more sense in the Infinity Saga. Adam Warlock in the multiverse saga, what is he doing?
Nothing, because we got hold on, let me see the end scene. End scene Guardians 3.
No, the Infinity Watch comics were fun. Don't get me wrong. Fun cast too, by the way. I mean, what an ensemble of characters.
I'm trying to find the new Guardians. There it is. Here it is. All right. So it's, oh God, I have to fucking, okay. Let me zoom in. So it's Shit Groot, James Gunn's brother, Adam Warlock in a suit, Rocket, Cosmo, somehow Phyla-Vell,
baby
just glossing over, just completely glossing over. Wait, right? Like completely glossing over the fact that like who Phyla-Vell is, like why she exists, her relationship with Moondragon, who's Drax's daughter, who was never actually fucking killed,
her crazy ass brother that was like a big part of her original.
If Marvel Studios ever makes a Guardian of the Galaxy 4, who should direct it? I'm trying to see. Fuck it, I'll direct it. You know what? You know what?
Yo,
you know what? Maple Penny Bag 69. I'm in.
Let's do this. Let's do this, baby. because Adam Warlock and the Soul Stone go hand in hand. That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me to bring him into the multiverse saga. The Infinity Saga made a lot more sense. They were just like, hey, let's just throw some characters in here, baby. That's all they did.
But like this guy hit it. No one. Guardians 4 shouldn't happen. Let them characters ride off to the sunset. Yep, I never want to fucking see him again.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm
good with it too.
You fucking ruined Adam Warlock to me. Rocket is I don't care. Actually, the only character I ever want to see again is Rocket, and even then I'm like, man. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I would like to see Adam Warlock again, but that's just because I want a redemption arc. But then I'm also like, what path does he go down now? Like, what path is there for Adam Warlock? Yeah, because Adam Warlock and the Soul Stone go hand in hand. Exactly. What path is there for him now? There's none. That's why I liked seeing him. It was kind of cool. Once the dust settled and the movie was over and I had some time to think about it, I was just like, this is a waste of a character. Same thing with Phyla-Vell, waste of a character. The same thing with, to a certain extent, I mean, Cosmo, whatever, right? I mean, but kind of a waste to have Cosmo and then not have a Nova there, or there be a Cosmo and there be no interaction between Howard the Duck. Like, you know, it's little small things that bothered me. That's just like I'm like, whatever. You know what? Let's just end it. Let's just end it and move on. I'm gonna say this, and you guys might disagree. I don't care if you do. So they have really screwed up their cosmic world. The MCU's cosmic world is a non-world. It's a non-story. It really is. They could have done so much with Captain Marvel, Kree. Look at what they did with Secret Invasion. The Kree and Skrull have been going to war for years. And what did they turn that battle into? That's exactly what it is. It's a dumpster fire. What did they turn that thing? What did they turn that into? Okay, I get it. Skrull needed to find a home, but they also kind of made them look like bitches for like quite a period of time when they're like the Skrull.
The Skrull are being destroyed and hunted down by the Kree. Oh my god. But wait, I'm supposed to believe that the Skrull, who can't even fucking fight the Kree and shape with their powers and shit,
was supposed to
you're telling me they were able to take over our government in like an afternoon and a half? I mean, yeah, I know our government sucks, but like, come on.
That part was dumb. The fact that they can't, like you said, them not being able to stand up for themselves. Why was there not more of like this Kree Skrull war that was made out of it? Why was Captain Marvel off world and we never saw her? Why was she not like a big part of this whole? I mean, I get it because we didn't take very well to Brie Larson. And when I say we, I speak as we totality as a Marvel community fan base. I personally don't really have that much against her. She said some dumb things. She should know better, but also let's move on. Either way, all I'm saying is that they kind of screwed up Captain Marvel. They screwed up the Kree Skrull thing. They screwed up their whole entire cosmic line. Now Guardians of the Galaxy's done. We've introduced some characters like Adam Warlock, Cosmo, Phyla-Vell. What are we going to be doing with these type of characters? I don't know. Their whole cosmic storyline is dumb. And one of the things that I thought that they had a great opportunity to do here was to kind of like parse out a little bit of their storylines, where now you're getting like the mutant saga coming in probably after like the multiverse saga is done. Then they were supposed to be kind of doing more grounded stories, which I thought was more going to be like their city line. There should have been like a cosmic line going on. They probably should have done something separate with like their mystic stories, but they're not. I don't know what they're. Here's the thing. I don't know what the MCU's direction is. I have no idea what they're doing, and that's partially why nobody's really excited for these movies. Is because we have no idea what any of this means. We're gonna go see Deadpool and Wolverine because it's freaking Deadpool and Wolverine, but none of us know where this all leads up to. And at least by now, say what the hell you wanted to these pictures. Say whatever it is that you want to say about the Infinity Saga. At least by phase 2, we had an idea as to what direction we were going in. It is now phase 5, and we have no idea what direction this whole MCU line is going into. And I put that on them. Yeah, you could say, the strike, you could talk about the pandemic and all that stuff. I understand that, but they had enough time to be able to kind of figure some stuff out, or at least put us in a direction. Right now, we have no idea what direction they're going in. All we know is that this is a multiverse saga. Have they recasted Kang yet, or are they going to recast Kang?
They recast Kang. I thought they announced it. Let me see if I can find it.
I've ignored all of this stuff because all I'm hearing is rumors. This is confirmed. This is not confirmed. This is confirmed. This is not confirmed. Have they recasted Kang? Are we getting Doom? What does Galactus mean? If they've casted Galactus, what does that mean?
Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm going to actually put this on here because this is a worthwhile conversation. This is a Cosmic Wonder talking about how, okay, we have to watch this ad because YouTube is a sin. Also, like and subscribe.
He puts out good content.
I'm just required to say like and subscribe every couple of seconds.
Listen. So there's 3 people. I've been watching this video. So there's 3 people that I've seen so far that have come up on the screen. I have no idea what that means. Are any of them recasted as Kang?
I swear I thought they announced him as Kang. Brought to you by Carlos Jr. Yeah. Then I went to the comment section. And I'm gonna have to reorganize this.
You're gonna have to rearrange it somehow.
We'll keep Bree's butt right here so everyone has something to look at.
Should we make ourselves smaller just so we can make the screen bigger whenever we show things? Just out of curiosity. No, okay, that's fine. All right.
No. No. As a matter of fact, I'm making us bigger right fucking now. No. 80% you and me.
Oh,
fuck
man.
Y'all.
No definitive recast of Kang yet, just rumors. Okay.
All right. Kang is Jonathan Majors. Well, that's incorrect. Kang was Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Just bring Majors back. Enough with this cancel bullshit. Sir, Jonathan Majors wasn't canceled. Jonathan Majors was found guilty of fucking domestic assault. And he did not appeal.
Yeah.
John Majors wasn't canceled. John Majors is a felon. And Marvel doesn't want to have a felon on their payroll now.
Let's be very clear. Disney doesn't want Jonathan Majors on Marvel's. All right, but proceed because we know
Jonathan Majors or no Kang at all. Well, yeah. Rick Movies and Music, you suck, and I hope you see this because I want everyone to know that I think you suck.
We need to finish this Kang story. Come on.
Majors made Kang my favorite character. That's a true statement. Jonathan Majors is the right guy for the role. Again, he was the right guy for the role right before he got caught, beating his fucking girlfriend.
Allegedly, but okay.
RDJ had a comeback too. Why not give him a second chance also? Okay, well, let's
you got auto modded on what?
I don't know. I don't have an auto mod.
Auto mod on this channel.
On our shit? Bro, I don't even know if we have stuff.
Right, like
I'm not sure. No. There's no way you got auto modded, brother. It's just you. It's in your head. RDJ had a comeback too. RDJ.
That RDJ
in the 90s had a drug problem.
It was prior to MCU, so.
And then time passed, and then he came back to work. RDJ. Domestic assault is a felony, I believe.
No, I think you're correct about it as a felony. A misdemeanor. If it was a misdemeanor, I don't think that they would have.
It wouldn't have been assault.
Quote unquote canceled.
All assault is a felony. There is no misdemeanor assault. There is misdemeanor, and then like.
If it was a misdemeanor, he wouldn't have been facing jail time, right? Because it was a felony.
No, you can get jail time for misdemeanor.
You can damage jail time for misdemeanor? Okay. All right. Listen, I've been drinking. Who knows? Blame it on okay.
Like a misdemeanor assault is like I called you a name you don't like. That's a misdemeanor assault.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
I like the choices, but Jonathan Majors is king.
Okay, he was found guilty of misdemeanor harassment.
So
misdemeanor harassment is what one. The other two counts he was acquitted, which was assault and aggravated assault. So he wasn't. I'm wrong. He wasn't found guilty of the felony of assault, or nor was he found guilty of aggravated harassment. He was found guilty of second-degree harassment.
Oh, and I think like they called it involuntary assault or something like that. Is that what it was? Like that was the actual terminology that they used.
Yeah.
Either way, like he's not coming back to Disney or Marvel. Like that's it. Like it's done. I mean, in a few years as something else potentially, but no, like he's not coming back as Kang. Did he? I haven't watched this video. Did he talk about Jonathan Majors quite a bit in this video? Because all these comments are Jonathan Majors, Jonathan Majors. I mean, how could he not, right, with this video? How could he not mention Jonathan Majors?
All right, that's a comment from a black dude. Every black man is Kang, every black man is Jonathan Majors, so it works. All right, man. That's weird. Okay. It's a weird. It's a weird thing to say online.
Weird statement to make. Okay.
Majors Jonathan would be the best Kang. Correct. He would have been. I honestly don't think they should have fired him in the first place. Just in general, like, I understand why the fuck they did, but like, I don't think they should have. But they did. It's too late now. You can't backtrack.
It's been how many months? It's been 5-6 months now. We got to move on, guys. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't want to move on, but I have to accept reality and just realize that, like, he's done. Like it's.
Why didn't Disney solve this? But here's my problem. Disney could have just solved this fucking problem immediately.
Yeah, they've been very solid on the entire thing moving forward, right?
They could have paid for his lawyers. They could have done a lot of shit. They something. It's the same reason with Bo DeMayo. Sorry, by Brie Larson's butt. By Brie Larson's butt. By Brie Larson's butt.
I mean, to be fair, there's none there to say bye to. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
She did her best. She did her best.
Listen, we all can be blessed in that area. You know, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can't envision a world where anybody but Jonathan Majors does it, which means this is a great opportunity to give me somebody, because I couldn't envision a world where Guardians of the Galaxy was a good movie, and I couldn't envision a world where Thanos wasn't goofy, and they gave me all of that shit. Thanos, like, the people who watched the movies were like, "Oh, Thanos, he's scary," and then like everybody who knows Thanos is like, "Yeah, they're gonna fucking body him," and then they did it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this Thanos ain't to be fucked with," like. So this is the segue I was kind of leading into that because Giancarlo Esposito joins Marvel's Captain America and Brave New World.
By the way, great actor. So happy to see him in the MCU. He's phenomenal, man.
He's revealed he's been cast in a Marvel project earlier this month. Then he quashed fan speculation to be playing Professor X in a widely expected MCU version of the X-Men. There's something about being original. We've seen different versions of Professor X. Wouldn't you like to see me play a character in the Marvel movie who is original and new and fresh? So mark my words, this will happen sooner than you think. And it's happening in Brave New World. So this could be one of two things. This could be the most misdirect we've ever heard in misdirect history. Mm-hmm. He could just be like, yeah, I'm going to play someone new and exciting. Someone named Kang the Conqueror, like...
Yeah.
we know that he's in Brave New World. This is the first time we're going to see Giancarlo Esposito. We know that they're doing reshoots now to include this character as a villain. Confirmed to be a villain, because fucking hero you're going to get Giancarlo Esposito to play right now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Like, to be fair, like it would be a waste of talent to have him play a hero. No offense to heroes, but I'm just saying.
No, complete offense to heroes.
You get that talent. You make him an effing villain.
There's a reason RDJ was Iron Man and Academy Award winner Jeff Bridges was Obadiah Stane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a reason Thor and Loki were played by a bunch of twink fucks, and Hela was played by what's Kate
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Who ages in reverse. Was younger in that movie than she was in Lord of the Rings.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never necessarily been attracted to Kate Blanchett, but I was to Hela. I very much was to Hela Kate Blanchett for sure, without question. I've never been able to look at her.
55 years old.
I've never been able to look at her the same. I'm like, is Kate Blanchett hot, or is it? Or am I still just seeing Hela, and that's the problem?
Kate Blanchett says she's middle class despite 95 million net worth. All right, we're
good. Wow. Give me back Fassbender and McAvoy, damn it.
Story's done. Their story's done.
McAvoy was good. Fassbender was good, but I don't think we're going to be getting those guys back, though.
I like their story.
A whole different direction, man.
I love Fassbender as Magneto.
Oh, he was the best one.
I think McAvoy's a phenomenal fucking actor. I do. I don't want to waste him on Professor X. I want McAvoy to be a proper villain.
Oh, okay. What villain would he fit? Would he fit into? Or do you think that his profile fits into his acting style? And are we specifically talking about mutant? Are we specifically talking about mutants, or are we just talking about this general? Okay.
I want to see McAvoy be a proper MCU villain.
By the way, you asked me if I've seen Split. Yes, I've seen the entire trilogy of that thing. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he could be anything.
Yeah,
he could be literally anything. So, which villain do I want to see him play? Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn. Well, Tom Holland doesn't have a Norman Osborn, so
yet.
Where are they going to get him from? They said that there's no Oscorp, there's no Norman Osborn in his world, which we talked about last week is actually really stupid. They would do that.
Hey man, they got a really nice reset button coming up in 2 years.
I was gonna say Secret Wars is happening, so it would make sense to do with them.
So
who do you think that he's playing as a villain a villain that would show up in the Captain America movie? And I'm assuming they're doing reshoots. I wonder if the reshoots is for the end credit scene, not specifically for anything within the movie.
Oh, I don't think they would have said they're doing reshoots for that. They wouldn't have mentioned reshoots. We don't reshoot an end credit scene. You just
but that's like a misdirection though. Why would they? Because they also wouldn't let you know that it's going to be an end credit scene. You know what I mean? They would just say reshoots to make you think he's going to be in the movie, and then you're just like, well, I didn't see Giancarlo. And then you see the end credit scene, you're like, oh, there he is. So, I mean, everything could be a smokescreen. So the rumors originally were, okay, he could be replacing Kang. The other rumor was that he could be Professor X. Then we had Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is one that's been thrown out there as well. Those are the three that I remember. I don't know if this mentioned anything else in this article. Although this article, I believe, is still speculation. Anyways, we've heard so much Doctor Doom that I feel like we are getting one. Like we are getting Doctor Doom.
So, speaking of, Marvel Studios reveals its first ever Doctor Doom design ahead of live action debut. This is an official poster from Marvel. It's got a random picture of Doom.
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier offered a small tease for Doom's homeland in the MCU. I don't remember them mentioning what.
I was going to say I don't remember that.
And in order to find out if they did, I'd have to rewatch that, which I'm not going to.
You have zero desire to do that. Yep.
But they say, this is where I'm like, I don't know if I trust whatever the fucking the direct is. Doom is one of the most highly anticipated villains in Marvel Studios history. It's 10 years history, so, you know, it doesn't really mean much. Fans look forward to his live-action introduction in 2025's Fantastic Four. They never
confirmed that he was going to be in Fantastic Four. They just said Galactus. I don't think they ever confirmed, but Doctor Doom was going to be in there.
So
the direct in general, by the way, I do question a lot of their reportings at times. So
again, we're here to shit on the direct. This isn't.
It was Moon Knight, not Falcon and Winter Soldier that showed Latveria. I remember that briefly.
That I remember now that you said it. Now I'm like, yeah. Okay.
But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't remember that at all.
Okay. So Richard Nebbins needs to be fired. We've already established this. You're terrible at your job. Continue your day.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
X-Men 97 shows Doctor Doom design. Yeah, we got this random picture.
It's a Doombot, but okay.
You only know it's a Doombot after it dies. Because if it's dead, it's a Doombot. If it's alive, it's Doctor Doom.
A hunch.
And then, of course, the greatest Doom I've ever seen with a lopsided fucking head.
He skips leg day, clearly.
I wanted to use this and this entire conversation, because you're so good at feeding me, as a nice, interesting segue into an idea.
Okay.
So we know Fantastic Four is coming in, taking place in an alternate timeline.
Correct.
Where it's like the 60s. Like 60s architecture. Maybe it's taking place in the 60s. Maybe it's taking place in a world where the 60s
is like
future is...
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't accept... I'm going to say this right now. Because regardless of how good or bad the Fantastic Four movie is, I don't know what it'll be. I hope it's good. I will not accept a universe in which Doctor Doom is not a known quantity to Reed Richards. What that means is, if we are not introduced to, at the minimum, the potential concept of Victor Von Doom in that movie, even if it's a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're talking about Latveria, I don't care. As long as Doom exists in a world with Reed Richards, that's fine. I will not accept a world where there is no Doom in that world, and Doom shows up in our reality.
Okay.
I will accept a world where Doom does show up in their world. Their world is destroyed, and Reed knows all about Doom. Latest rumors that Doom will escape that universe with the Fantastic Four. Yes, that's what I fucking want. That's my dream. My dream is that as that universe is destroyed, it is Doom specifically who figures out how they can escape. Doom and Reed together, that's fine. And they escape, and it's like, cool. And then Doom's like, a new world that doesn't know about my bullshit. Hold on. Wait, vibranium? Because we...
Hmm.
No. Okay, this was helpful. Thanks, internet. This is why it's hard to search for things on the internet. Because you get an article from a website that looks like an article from a website, but it's written by, hold on, who's this? What's this idiot's name? Give me a sec. Richard Nebbins, that cuck. Sweet shit on people.
Is a good guy, I heard.
I heard, true, swear to God, I heard when kids go door to door to sell candy,
yeah,
he offers them money and steals extra candy.
Okay. I mean, that's called a side hustle, but okay.
I heard he puts cameras. I heard he puts cameras in ladies' changing rooms.
Cameras in lady, that's excessive.
Yeah, Richard Nebbins. That's why I heard. I don't know that it's true. I don't know that it's true.
Okay.
But I've heard that it's true.
Okay, which, I mean, all of them are bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't prove it. No. It's not slander.
Yeah,
because I don't know that it's true. I just heard someone say it was true.
You heard somebody say that it was messed up.
It is true that somebody said that. It's not inherently true that it happened.
That's fair.
And that's how you get around slander and libel, everybody.
Okay. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. I hate this potential BS of the Fantastic Four coming from a different universe personally. So let's explore that for a second.
Sure. I'm in all day.
Let's explore that for a second. How would you make sense of the Fantastic Four being in our current universe?
We can,
but in a particular way that is not where we're going to pick apart those loopholes of, oh, okay, so you mean to tell me that? You understand what I mean? Same thing with the X-Men or mutants, period.
I think the entirety of Phase 4, I think in hindsight, a lot of things are going to make sense that didn't inherently. And I think the reason
do you think that that's why they're probably doing some of these reshoots for these movies, because they're trying to tie things into all the other bullcrap that already happened throughout Phase 4 and the beginning of Phase 5?
I think their plan in the entirety of Phase 4, which, as it's probably not the plan now, but the plan in the entirety of Phase 4 is let's make the MCU as it is right now unfucking inhabitable. Like, let's make everything go wrong so that when the Kang Dynasty happens
everywhere,
when the Kang Dynasty takes over, the only solution to be able to even right that wrong is a full fucking reset. And that's what leads to Secret Wars, which is all of realities merged into one. And the end of the Secret Wars would be the full defeat of Kang. Like, that would have been it. And the introduction of a new inversed timeline where a lot has happened the same way, but things were slightly different. This way, they can casually recast an Iron Man because they're going to have to. They have two options, right? There's literally two options.
You can't bring in Armor Wars and then not have an Iron Man available to be a part of Armor Wars. There's a lot. You almost more need Iron Man than you need Captain America, because you've already passed the mantle on to Captain Sam.
Yeah. You still need Steve Rogers, though.
In what way?
You don't need Steve Rogers?
Mm-hmm.
Cap Sam will never be Steve Rogers. He's a different person.
I understand, but the mantle has been passed, right?
Yes, but Steve Rogers isn't dead. He's an old dude.
Well, we don't know where the hell he is. We are assuming that he's dead because we've never seen MFA.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's a
there's
stupid.
rumors that
I
there's rumors that he
think
might be in space. I've never understood. I understand making the man
Steve
old,
in
but
space.
I'm just like, really though? Well, did we have to? And this was the flaw. This was the one flaw. Actually, there's a few, but the other flaws I was actually just okay with. This is the one flaw that I had with the end of Endgame was basically the shipping off of all the previous Avengers. And at the time, it wasn't hindsight is always what 2020. So I didn't really have the wherewithal to say it at the time, but in the moment, I remember saying to myself, like, how are they going to continue on with an Avengers team where you don't have a Captain America and a Iron Man? And I was like, okay, well, maybe Captain Sam did take on the mantle in the comics, but then something about Iron Man always needs to be there as an opposition, whether or not he's the villain, i.e. Civil War or whatever, or just a thought that is the antithesis to whatever Cap wants to do. There always has to be an Iron Man somewhere around. And I just never understood how they were going to be able to recover from and keep that thing going. And I thought, okay, well, we're going to be introducing another big three relatively quickly. We're going to go with, maybe they're going to go with Spider-Man, but then this flaw with going with Tom Holland Spider. Oh, thank you. The Tom Holland Spider-Man thing is that the one flaw with trying to have Tom Holland be your part of your big three is that Sony technically still has Tom Holland, and they could decide to be pricks at any point in a particular time, and that puts a wrench into your big three, i.e. what happened when Tom Holland was supposed to be the one that took over for Iron Man, and then we saw, what happened there. So, and then you have Doctor Strange. They could go in that direction. But I've always thought to myself, I'm like, a big issue with the MCU right now is that there is no big three. There are no three pillars of the MCU as you did have with Iron Man, Captain America, and if we're going to lump him in there, Thor was a part of your big three. These were three individuals that were driving the entirety of the Infinity War saga. You don't have that right now.
There's no one driving anything right now.
No.
We don't have three people with the gravitas to lead. Iron Man was fun. Captain America was heart. Actually, if you really want to fucking do it, Thor, Iron Man, and Cap are the Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man. The brains, the heart, and the courage.
Yep.
That is the three of them. Cap was the heart, Thor was the courage, and Iron Man was the brain. Yeah. Granted, it's not a perfect analogy because where they went, but that's where they were. Like, they represented the three things. Like, Iron Man was smart. He was smart enough to figure it out. Cap never gave up, and Thor
was willing to go into any fight.
Did what was right.
Right.
Especially as time went on. Oh, and then there was Thor fucking Love and Thunder, which is just forgetting how to make a Thor
certain movies that you just want to erase out of your memory.
But the entirety of Phase 4 and Phase 5 seems to be like, this universe is fucked. We have to restart. And they do have to restart. Because TLC mentioned there's been decades of Avengers comics without Iron Man and Captain America. Correct. There are. Of all of those Avengers comics and all of those characters, who are currently in the MCU and capable of carrying anything? Because it ain't fucking Wasp and Ant-Man, that's for goddamn sure.
And like you said, granted, they mostly sucked. Well, i.e., what the hell are we dealing with right now?
What's the Hulk up to right now?
Yeah.
Raising a son? Who
And then the unfortunate aspect of, Chadwick Boseman passing away, so then there's no Black Panther that can take on
Doctor Strange can't be bothered saving the world. He's too busy, you know, reading books he's not supposed to be reading and reanimating dead corpses.
Fixing the incursions that he screwed up, you know, or that he started in the first place.
The entirety of this saga seems to be that their original plan was burn it down, rebuild. Mm-hmm. Not, and even the movies make that sense because they're not setting anything up. They're kind of setting up for failure.
Yeah, they are.
Captain America, like, I'm sorry, Cap Sam, Wong, Captain Marvel, and Shang-Chi are not pulling this out. Like, they're not doing it. Like, they're not.
And don't get me wrong, they're good characters. They're just not carrying the MCU. That's all.
Who beat Thanos?
Iron Man.
At the end of the day, it was Iron Man.
It was Iron Man, yeah.
It was Iron Man. Thor and Cap did their best. Captain Marvel, I mean, we all know Switch could have fucking bodied him. We all know that. Yeah, and we're all fine with it. We're all cool with it. We all know that one moment where she was like, I'm gonna hurt you. And he was like, just shit on everything, guys. I just blow up the planet. I might be able to survive space. I'm definitely not gonna be able to survive this bitch. Like, we know that. He could have been a new pillar. He's not. Look,
he's not. Not the way they've written his story.
Everything is falling apart.
Yeah.
They need the ability to, because they kind of like, we got the Infinity. There's so much story in Marvel that's like worth telling, but they kind of sped run it for the sake of getting the stories off the ground. And they did a fine job for the most part, but like, we don't get an Age of Ultron. With X-Men, there's 3 stories. There's a ton of X-Men stories. There's 3 stories. There's Age of Apocalypse. There's the Phoenix Saga. Please don't do a Phoenix Saga. Please don't even fucking bother. We're done. You failed twice. I don't trust the third.
We can't do it again anymore.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it. And now there's the Immortal X-Men. That's the 3 sagas. There's a bunch of small ones, but like, think of it. There's Onslaught. There's Onslaught. There's Apocalypse, and then there's Humans. Those are the 3 X-Men villains. You could kind of be like, well, the Shi'ar. Well, there's plenty of tiny little stories that are like segues.
Yeah.
But like, Onslaught is a universal threat. It should be Reed. It can't be, dude. There's no world where you're going to be able to introduce Reed in one movie, and now I'm going to be like, this guy's in charge. You can't write that movie. You can't make that. We Doctor Strange should be up there. We don't have an Illuminati. We don't have. There's no supervillain. Who's alive? What supervillains are left alive right now in the Marvel universe? Probably Arnim Zola. Probably Arnim Zola, because he's on a fucking flash drive somewhere. Right? So Arnim Zola. Probably Ultron.
Yeah,
still
Ultron's
around.
Probably out there somewhere.
He's not on the internet, but he's somewhere.
He's somewhere, yeah.
Remember, they had that Ultron head in the Spider-Man, in the first Spider-Man Homecoming, and his eyes were lit red, so it was active. What does that mean? I don't fucking know. We have
Ultron bots too in that Doctor Strange movie.
We don't have MODOK. AIM is gone. We have no idea what's going on with AIM. We have no fucking idea. We've heard of Roxanne. We haven't seen anything from fucking Roxanne, even though I think they cast somebody to play. I think they cast Ben Affleck to play one of the Roxanne guys.
Okay.
So Fantastic Four, Avengers 5, both Secret. I don't know. They've said 2 Secret Wars movies. I thought they said there was Avengers 5, which was the Kang Dynasty, which is being reworked, and then there was Secret Wars, which is Avengers 6, Secret Wars. I don't believe that there was a 2-part Secret Wars. I don't believe they've ever mentioned that there could be, but they've never mentioned that there was a 2-part movie.
I think they mentioned that Avengers 5 might be split into 2 different movies, so I think that would eliminate the Secret Wars movie. But once again, there's so many rumors about different things that they're doing. It's how rumored to be too
now. But I can't trust anything right now. I can't I literally I can't trust anything that isn't like in a news article now, because they have literally thrown everything out. And it's just as easy to guess now. Like, I can't, like, I know they're not done with Kang because they have been doing castings for, like, they have been doing casting calls for characters like Kang. That's like a known thing. Like, whether they, like, that's true. We know we have Fantastic Four. We know the Blade movie is being made. I can't trust anything they're doing because everything they're doing sucks. The only thing they're doing that doesn't suck right now is Deadpool. Agatha doesn't matter. We talked about that. Nobody fucking cares.
X-Men 97 was good, so we'll remember that.
X-Men 97 but X-Men 97 truly is nothing. It might be something. I'll be looking forward to that, but it's nothing. It's just it's a cartoon. There's Captain America in that. It's not ours. There's Iron Man in that. Not ours. It's a different universe. It's a different story. Something's got to happen. And it didn't set up any incursion shit. The end of that movie wasn't setting up. It barely set up Onslaught.
The end of that basically set up Apocalypse. Out of the blood of Apocalypse.
It literally went straight into Age of Apocalypse because
they already did Age of Apocalypse before, didn't they? So I'm kind of like,
they never did.
No, they didn't do Age of Apocalypse. It just had Apocalypse in it. But yeah, this is all leading into Age of Apocalypse. Death, okay, Gambit becomes a death.
And whatever they do in 97, they're not doing on the big screen. Like, there's not that, like, every time you check a box in 97, know that that's not a movie that's getting adapted. Yeah. Like, so maybe that's why we don't have Onslaught.
I think they want to keep things separate. Yeah, I think they really want to keep the animation world to the animation world. I see what they're going to do with the animation, in my opinion, is I feel like they're ultimately just they're going to lead up to them not just doing TV shows, but probably doing movies. Like more like animation movies at some point in time. I'm not saying next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if we get season 2 and season 2 does really well for X-Men 97. Then season 3 comes out, that does really well. Then we start to get things like maybe another animated series for, Avengers. And then eventually they lead up to a movie. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens because they were doing movies before, like little animation movies on Disney. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. Although those were pretty much basically just an amalgamation of whatever the hell was going on in the MCU at the time.
So now this is...
I care about Agatha a little bit, but I love WandaVision. Interesting. Okay.
But like, when I say I don't care about Agatha, I mean, I don't believe Agatha is going to be giving me information that's going to help me
figure out what's going on
more about the Marvel Universe. Which is what the entire point of TV like, you can do Spotlight, which is like, this is a story of a character in the Marvel Universe. Does it tie in any way? Who fucking cares? Watch the show. Wait, Moon Knight. Moon Knight doesn't tie in any conceivable way, but it's definitely the same universe. It's just a story of some fucking homeless guy who shoots people in the head. Fine. WandaVision, Loki are big tie-in movies. Right? That big tie-ins in the movies. Hawkeye, big tie-in for setting up Kingpin, who should be in the next Spider-Man movie. Like, they're setting Daredevil TV show. Like, there's Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to set up like Cap Brave New World. Did it? We'll find out, probably a little bit. But it didn't. I personally don't believe that movie has done anything more than just Sam getting the fucking shield at the end of the Endgame was. Like, I don't think it mattered. It introduced some characters that, like, we're gonna get reintroduced to in Thunderbolts anyway. Black Widow.
It just confirmed. It brought us through the arc of him finally accepting being Captain America, Sam, and that's it.
Which he did the second he took the shield, because he could have said, "I don't know if it's for me."
Yeah, but then he gave it back.
He said it feels like it belongs to somebody else, and he goes, "It doesn't." When Steve says you're Captain America, you're fucking Captain America, man. And somewhere, again, that old man Steve saw that happen. He was "Ah, Sam, you fuck." Like, like what? These are the 5 things that are coming out. We have X-Men 97 season 2, Agatha All Along, which could set something up, but like, who cares? Like, setting up how Wanda returns. I don't care how Wanda returns because Wanda should never have died because Doctor Strange sucked.
I hear you, but I care. Well, first and foremost, let's be real. We're gonna watch the series, right?
Yeah, of course.
We're just
it's
saying,
free. It costs nothing to watch. Of course, I'm going to.
We're gonna say, all right, well, in the
we're gonna
grand
watch
scheme of the multiverse saga, this probably means nothing. However, we'll watch it anyways because it's fun. That's what we want. We watch superhero content. What the hell you want us for us? Daredevil Born Again is supposed to come out, I believe, in March, right?
Next year in March, but they're splitting it into 2 seasons. They're actually doing 2 next year. They're doing the first half in March and the second half at the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Because they finished the first part and they're good with it. They just didn't like how it went on from there. Okay. Ironheart, which again is back, is not, is back, is not.
We'll see whether or not it's actually really back next year. So
I don't care, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
because it costs me nothing. It's free to watch. I don't have to pay any money for it.
She was fun in the Black Panther movie too. So I mean, yeah, I'll watch that.
Let me rewind a little bit.
Rewind. All right, go ahead.
X-Men 97 is a reason to subscribe to Disney Plus. Agatha is not. Daredevil Born Again is a reason to subscribe to Disney Plus. Ironheart is not. Vision is probably, we don't know, this is the next one, is probably a reason to subscribe to Disney Plus. That's what I say when I say it costs me nothing. Because I will subscribe. Why are they making these TV shows? To make fucking money. It's not because they love us. Matter of fact, I would argue they fucking hate us. They're not making these TV shows because they're doing it to make money, to sell subscriptions. Ironheart is not a subscription seller. It is something you put out to people who are already subscribed to you. Yep. Loki was a subscription seller. Oh shit, this has to do with like what's going on in the movies and the multiverse stuff. Let's watch this. What If is not selling fucking subs. It's what you get. Echo did not sell fucking subs. She-Hulk probably sold subs and it probably got the most cancellations. What?
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the reason why they released Echo the way they did, to be honest. We need Iron Fist Reborn. After watching those first 2 seasons of Iron Fist on Netflix, I don't know if I want to see anything else Iron Fist again. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna give me logical responses about that was not properly Iron Fist, the one that we know in the comics, Luke Cage's best friend. No, it's not this. I get it. I've already been scarred. To be honest,
stand by the fact that the Defenders. I'm scarred about
Fantastic Four. I'm not even sure if I really want to see that movie.
I'm standing by the fact that the Defenders wasn't terrible. If you just watched the Defenders and you didn't see like Jessica Jones, if you saw Luke Cage season 1, which was fucking great,
Luke Cage,
Daredevil, and never saw Jessica Jones and never saw Iron Fist, like never watched any of them, I think the Defenders was fine. Although I think they did a good enough job.
I didn't like Daredevil season 2. I thought that was kind of a throwaway season. Personally, I wasn't a huge fan of Elektra. I wasn't. What they did with her character is relatively boring to me. Proceed.
What?
I said what I said. Said what I said. Daredevil season 2 was not good. It wasn't a good. You never one time did you watch Daredevil season 2 and say, you know what? I think I'm watching this because Elektra is great. You watched it because Daredevil was there, and you said, all right, Elektra doesn't hinder the show from being good. That's what you said.
Don't tell me. You look at her. You look at this woman, and you tell her she did nothing for you. I want you to say those words to her.
She herself did something for me. However, I can separate that. I can separate the character. I can separate the character from the actress. And I said, "Oh, this is what we're getting with Elektra." I mean, I guess it's better than what we got with Jennifer Garner. But is it though? What is it
this still was just here. I didn't even have to look for it. This was just ready for this.
So you watched this season for different reasons than I did, because I watched it for different.
Zero pants. Zero pants for the first half of this season. Zero pants.
Yeah, I watched it for the plot. That was my mistake. I guess that was it. I watched it for the plot, and the plot was so good. The plot was so good. And to be fair, I was okay with the first couple of episodes. I think it was
the weakest of the three. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, the storyline
of all three seasons, it was the weakest of the three. But
the third season was amazing. I love the third season.
The guy that got to play Bullseye was so fucking on point.
Yeah, he was good.
That dude was so on point.
They're bringing him back, right?
They better.
Oh my gosh! And
he has carbonadium spine now, or adamantium spine now. Remember, they were putting adamantium in his spine at the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it. I feel bad for Jennifer Garner. It wasn't her fault. It probably wasn't. But
she read that script and said, "Let's go."
But still,
whose fault was it?
She played it.
Whose fault was it? If not for the bad actress, was Catwoman not Halle Berry's fault?
Oh my gosh, Jessica Jones was depressing. There were 3
Jessica
seasons
Jones
of that show, wasn't there?
I don't know. There was one season of Jessica Jones, and then there were 2 catastrophes. Yeah. 2 absolute catastrophes. Where they were like
catastrophes.
Where they were like, "Yo, you know what we need to hear more about in Jessica Jones's life? Her shitty mother."
Yeah.
You know, we need to see her friend. We need to see her friend get addicted to drugs, and then
dealing with her mother.
And then become the worst form of vigilante.
Oh my gosh! I mean, those last 2 seasons were absolutely absurd to me. Luke Cage.
Daredevil season 1, Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage season 1, Defenders, Daredevil season 3. Nothing else needs to be watched. You can technically watch Jessica Jones season 1 just to see, just specifically to see, what's his name? David Tennant, absolutely murder as Purple Man.
Oh, Purple Man?
Yeah, he nailed Purple Man.
Yeah, he was pretty great at that.
He nailed.
He was really great.
And it's a character that, like, I mean, Tennant for me was Doctor, right? Doctor Who, man. So I'm like, oh yeah, Purple Man's not a good guy. So let's see. Oh no, what did you do to my David Tennant? Oh no, what have you done? David Tennant, we're not friends anymore.
No, he was really good. The first season, like you said, of Luke Cage was phenomenal. Although I wasn't really a huge fan of how it ended. Season 2, I just couldn't get past the bad Jamaican accents. I couldn't get past it. I don't.
Luke Cage season 2 was horrendous.
2. I couldn't get past the bad.
It was
accents.
A waste.
I don't know what the storyline was because of the accents.
But
I couldn't get past it, bro.
The guy's name was Bushmaster.
Bushmaster.
Which in a show about black people was still racist. Like, it was a racist thing from comics that you should have just let be racist from that time. Like, don't bring it back. I love the actor. That guy was great. I fucking loved him. Oh, what's his power? Shut up. All right. I guess I will then. Bush fucking master. Hold on.
Yeah, that was an interesting series. But yeah, I didn't really learn. Look at that scowl on the right. That's good right there. No, the one in the middle, almost in a sense. To the right, to the right, to the right. Yeah, that's Scowl right there. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. It goes.
Dude, I
It goes
fucking
away as soon
love
as you
this
hover
man.
over it.
I love this man. You play anything you want. Be Kang, man. Bring this guy back as Kang. I don't give a shit. Jesus Christ, man.
Stokes. Mariah Stokes. Oh, boy. That's been embedded
I
in
can't.
my brain.
You can do it. I can't do that. Because if I do it, someone's coming for me. I can't do
Jamaican,
it.
So that also makes a little bit of a difference.
Here's the thing. I know some patois. I can lay down some patois if you want, but at the same time, it still doesn't feel like. Aside from this hoodie, that's it, right? Like that's the most. I know patois, and I wear this hoodie, and that's as Jamaican as I can get without running a threat of getting my ass kicked that I would have deserved. That I would have write the check that bounces back into my ass that gets kicked immediately. I'm fine with that.
DD3, DD3, DD1, JJ1, DD2, Cage.
How dare you say Iron Fist anything?
Iron Fist.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I felt so bad. Now we're on it. Now we're on one. I felt so bad for Iron Fist 1 because it felt like every single person was doing their fucking best. Like everyone was doing their fucking best in Iron Fist 1, and they were just like, they were giving, like the guy who played his stepbrother or whatever, the best friend, I forgot the guy's name. He was like, he was chewing the scenery when he was in his drug addiction. Like I believed him. And then I was like, I quit, man. This is so dumb.
Colleen Wing. So, okay.
Oh yeah, I would.
She was pretty good. She was good.
Yeah.
The actress who played Colleen Wing, great. Good.
Yeah. I would make tea with her tampons. Like absolutely.
Yeah. But
you said you added that, by the way. Mark that. I got you on one. I got you on one. I was sniffer dandruff.
Past it. I was trying to immediately skip past it, but then nothing was coming to my brain. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but that tampon thing really threw me off. All right, let's move on. It's fine. It's irrelevant. All right, who's that? Okay.
So I'm just okay. So here's Marvel Grants Man, the guy who is constantly putting leaks out that like Marvel wants to stop. Reshoots are 1 for 22 days, adding action sequences and other elements with Esposito playing a villain. Matthew Orton, who worked on Moon Knight, worked on the new scenes. These articles, okay, so from May to August was never meant to be the entire reshooting time. Okay, completely new villain reshoot sounds like confidence. I don't think it's a new villain for the movie as much as setting him up for the future. Just an introduction to his character. That's reasonable. Do we know what Tiamat was turned into? Because I just always again, I apologize for bringing the Eternals back up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But do we know what he was turned into? Because I thought he was turned into Marvel.
I don't remember, because I'll be honest with you. The Eternals movie is a movie that I've only watched one time. I don't remember. And if
anyone else tired of,
if you ask me to watch that movie again, you have to pay me. There's
always buy.
There's no possible way.
Anyone else tired of seeing Giancarlo playing villains? Nope. Oh, I'm not logged in. Never mind. No, I'm not tired of seeing one of the most villainous fucking actors play villains. Aren't you tired of seeing Clint Eastwood play cowboys? No, because every time he does it, it's terrible. Fuck's wrong with you? Aren't you tired of seeing Seth Rogen play a stoner? No, because I don't believe him as anything else. Fuck's wrong with you? You're an idiot. Okay. 3 months of reshoots, budget. No, it's fine. Also, they didn't cut the Serpent Society because they're still in the toys from McDonald's. Oh, remember Diamondback and what the fuck was that chick's name?
Who the hell knows, bro?
Gail?
I
Linda?
don't know what the hell
She's
her
had
name was.
she's had one name. It was a Gail or something. I don't fucking remember.
I love how McDonald's was just like, "Oh, you're reshooting." Yeah, we don't care. Like, that's where they're still selling these toys. It's happening. First look, it says Thunderbolt. I have the burger every world. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's an interesting picture. Okay.
Okay. This is somebody. This is his stunt double.
Yeah.
Gyrick. Gyrick.
That's a good villain. For him in particular.
Gyrick or Stryker.
That's a good villain.
Right.
That's good. Oh. That's good.
Who would you like to see in an MCU Sinister Six movie?
Green Goblin.
That's Hobgoblin. That's Prowler. I don't want to see Prowler. That's the Doc Ock. Mysterio's dead.
I was gonna say Mysterio's already dead.
Mysterio's not dead.
I mean, he's not, but he's dead.
Remember, they specifically chose, is this real? All illusions are down.
Mm. She never. It was something that she said, like the AI said.
All illusions are down.
Yeah.
Dark Avengers setup. Yep.
Okay. I mean, that I feel like that's what they're gonna end up changing Thunderbolts to, right? Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers. Like, isn't that what we're all
in universe?
happen?
Scott Lang should write a sequel to Look Out for the Little Guy based on the events of Quantumania, and it should be critically panned. It would be fun if the reactions to Ant-Man's next novel mirrored the real life criticisms of Quantumania. I'm in. Let's go. No, terrible. This looks awful. I'm just saying, like, it just looks awful.
Appreciate the effort.
Yeah, someone tried.
I mean, I couldn't do anything remotely close to that. So yeah.
Yeah, but I also can't perform brain surgery. Doesn't mean if you fuck up a brain surgery, I'm not going to shit on you for it.
So superhero fatigue is really just going to the movie theater fatigue.
That's what I've been talking about.
We're just talking about that. That's hilarious. That's great. But it should have been brought back for Age of Ultron. I don't really see the reference there, the purpose.
Because the forced relationship of Nat and Bruce was kind of like meh. That was also my least interesting part of the story, but like,
yeah,
whatever.
it was a nothing burger for me, but it was also more like, okay, whatever. I don't hate it. There's no reason for me to care enough for it.
Who do you think should play Mr. Sinister? Dude's
Honestly,
got ghosts.
McAvoy is a thought right now at this point for me, maybe because we talked about him earlier.
Dude's got ghost white bleached skin and like whatever body he fucking wants. He's literally a shapeshifter. Mm-hmm. It does not matter who you like. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
two people who I can see probably playing that role really well is McAvoy and also Ryan Gosling. Might not be
Ryan Gosling.
Mr. Sinister.
Ryan Gosling has said, I want to be Ghost Rider. And Kevin Feige was like, what? What did you say? What?
What would you say is the most underutilized character post Endgame? Captain America Sam. what has he done as Captain America other than not be Captain America until the very last episode?
I don't think Doctor Strange is underutilized. I think he's misutilized. I think it's very different.
Yeah, it's very different.
It was poor.
I think so.
Also, I just want to remind you of something very important. Right now, in our MCU, in the 616, which I still fucking hate, mind you, there's still a mortal going around killing fucking sorcerers.
Yeah, you're right.
He's just been on a tear since the original Doctor Strange movie ended, just yeeting sorcerers off of the Earth we coil. Like, and we got a different Mordo in a different fucking universe that was also a shit, but we've heard nothing about him since.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yo, that's so funny. Because you're right. Mordo is literally going around like, you get a death. MCU audience reactions. Never feel or less than stellar. I watch his reactions of MCU hits.
All right, not interested.
It's not, that post is sad. That's all that post is. That post is just sadness.
Who was the most lackluster group of villains from these two pictures? So we have the Flag Smashers, which is already winning because they sucked. I don't know who else is in this. But this is the Flag Smashers.
I have a vote.
Who do you think's on the other side of this?
It got to be Black Order.
No,
they were lackluster as the heck. The Black Order.
They were pretty lackluster.
What did they do?
I'm gonna say,
Almighty Thanos.
No.
I bow to you, to your
Thanos. Please remove my chastity belt, sir. What a cuck. Okay.
All right, now I need.
I actually don't know who the real one is.
No, let's talk before we find out who it is. Let's speculate.
Yeah.
So we have Black Order, lackluster group of villains from these two pictures.
I'm gonna say the Skrulls in Secret Invasion.
The Skrulls. You could probably say Skrull or Kree. You say Skrull or Kree. Yeah, I agree in that.
Who were those bad guys that Thor kicked the shit out of immediately at the beginning of Thor: Love and Thunder? The guys who look like weasels.
I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were.
Or owls or whatever. I don't remember. Fuck them.
Honestly, Thor: Love and Thunder. Once again, to the back of my brain.
The Deviants from fucking Eternals. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Well, that was good. That was good. Oh, that was good.
I need to see. You ready?
Yeah, ready. Let's go. Let's see it. I wouldn't put them on the list, but
bro,
I get it though.
It took me 1.5 legal seconds to understand that this was a picture of like the Marvel character. I was like, what, a multiracial couple? What is it? I thought this was a commentary on wokeness, and then I was like, oh, it's the shitty Ms. Marvel guys.
What was the name of their group? Did they have a group name?
Oh God, yeah, it was chat. Someone in chat's gonna know.
Somebody, please.
Someone in chat's gonna know this.
Let us know. Look us up with the answer. Yeah,
I don't want to Google it. See, please, someone.
Nope.
The Brady Bunch. Yep, that's it. It's the Brady Bunch. Oh my God.
The most. Wow, that's good.
The Clandestines?
Clandestines.
I don't even remember that.
I remember it now that they said it. The Clandestines. Oh, I used to.
What a terrible group of nothing.
Way back then, I actually knew what the Clandestines were and the whole purpose behind them and the Kree connection and all that stuff. But now I don't remember that crap. The
Clandestines, and it's not even close. All right, you're right. I don't disagree. This is an okay. Nope, saw that.
We're back to that. Okay.
So I was rewatching WandaVision yesterday with my nephew when he suddenly said, "Why didn't they just substitute those innocent people with dangerous inmates, prisoners on death row?" He was talking about the people trapped inside Wanda's little town. If I were Monica or higher up in S.W.O.R.D., I would negotiate with Wanda to release these people and substitute them with inmates and prisoners and let her brainwash and play with them. Well, first of all
these things
your nephew needs some counseling, because he just said human life is dependent exclusively on what is done, and that inmates and prisoners should be tortured.
Yeah.
So please get some help.
Those things happen. Yep.
That said, since I'm already a piece of shit, I agree. They shouldn't have even tried to fight with Wanda. They should have been like, Wanda, do me a favor. Everyone in that town is innocent. They're just regular people. We will give you a never-ending supply of garbage people. And they could play this to the entirety. Like, the second she walks out, they should have been like, Wanda, we're negotiating. You let those people out. We will literally, like, we don't need the fucking the prison and their water anymore. We just have this fucking prison now. We'll build around it. We're fine. We'll let you do whatever you need to do and whatever life you need to live. We're not trying to stop you, Wanda. We're gonna work with you, because I'm a monster. If all the heroes had social medias where they spoke about their politics, who do you think would get canceled the most?
Canceled the most. Cap Sam. Captain America Sam.
Punisher.
Probably Vision.
Punisher.
Yeah, I didn't put Punisher in this group of people. I was thinking about the current MCU.
Vision will just get canceled. Actually, that's not true. Vision will figure out the algorithm real fast and know what to say. Infinity's Scarlet Witch
what he believes is right.
Hear me out. No, there's no way Giancarlo Esposito is playing Maestro, who is just Bruce Banner from the future. You dumb cunt. I wish we got to see more of President Ellis. Nope.
Why would we want to do that?
Which storyline had the biggest... Oh, God, no, it's One More Day. No. Okay, this is from book to screen. Which storyline had the biggest difference in quality? One More Day, Secret Invasion. Oh, God, that's not even close. One More Day compared to No Way Home. No Way Home was strictly better than One More Day, so I give credit where credit's due. But Secret Invasion comics versus the fucking show, it was so cataclysmically worse. Like, it's not even close. Like, One More Day One More Day is it's a great question, because One More Day was the worst thing that's ever happened. And Spider-Man No Way Home was fucking phenomenal. And then Secret Invasion was a great comic, but Secret Invasion the show was the worst show they've ever put out. Yeah. So it's a hard choice.
By far, yeah. Secret Invasion by far was the worst show, and the comic was so good. But when you're comparing it to No Way Home and then One More Day, I've never read One More Day personally. So
it's the worst.
I'm like, okay. Like, worse as in it's not good, or worse as in the things that happened to him in that
Imagine
comic?
stubbing your toe and recoiling onto a Lego.
Okay.
That's how bad it was.
Okay.
Favorite MCU podcast? It's clearly GnT.
If I don't see GnT on there, I'm gonna be pretty pissed.
GnT.
Personally,
I'm not even gonna look because I just assume all 15 comments are GnT.
Yeah, easily.
Clark Gregg via his Instagram handle.
It's a picture of him in the Hulkbuster. Amazing. Coulson lives. He. All right.
Who's gonna tell him?
Let them thunder for I am lightning. I'm in. Nelson Peltz sells entire Disney stake weeks after losing proxy battle. So Nelson Peltz was the dude who was trying to get Bob Iger kicked out. And like it wasn't close. It was like 14% to 86%. And then he's like, fuck it. I'm out. Spoilers for Loki season 2. We don't have spoilers for a show that is this old.
Last
Deadpool.
year. Yeah.
Okay. Will the size of the symbiote be enough to cover Peter's body and give him the suit? How do I report? Too fucking stupid. Will the alien space monster grow? Are you gonna fight it if it doesn't? You fuck. What roles could Anya Taylor-Joy play in the MCU? She could play.
Wow.
She can play. I don't think she's a good actress, and there are movies where she does great in, but I don't think she's a great actress. So I don't care. Come back as Magic? Fuck yeah, she's Magic. I'm cool with it.
She's great. She was a pretty damn good Magic.
If many worlds know the High Evolutionary as a god, does that mean he'd be welcome in Omnipotent City? No, because being a god is not the same as being regarded as a god. Like gods have god power. The High Evolutionary is just a dude.
I wonder how many people skipped over this question because it's like, what? I have to look up what Omnipotent City means. I'm not going to do that.
Winter Soldier, 10 years and still beloved. Yep, best Marvel movie, not even close.
If I can play her chair. Wow,
Agents
Jay.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. She could play anyone if I could play her chair. Yeah, I want to be reincarnated as her bicycle seat. Have you seen it? I don't know. She has really weird eyes though. Like they're super. Now that I've said it, hold on. Anya
I've seen it.
Taylor-Joy. Look at how fucking far apart this bitch's eyes are. I'm just pointing out. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was such a good show for so long that it, like, I almost Goofy. You ever watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I did watch it. I'm just that was a show that went on for about 3 seasons too long.
I don't disagree with what you said.
They should have killed him. They should have stopped it before they killed him and then brought him back.
So
and then brought him back again. Hold on.
Chill.
I couldn't deal with it, man. I couldn't.
Here, let's go.
Yeah, what, like 6 seasons?
I want the
was it 5?
Here.
Oh my gosh, they had 7 seasons.
Somewhere around here, season 5 was
it the season where he finally like walked away because he was supposed to be dead?
Season 5 was the one that ended right before Thanos showed up in Infinity War.
Okay.
And then season 6 I'm trying to remember. There was one season, I think it was season 5, where like the entire time Fitz was actually just pretending to be Fitz and was the evil version of Fitz the whole time.
Okay.
And that was the last season that was watchable. And then season 7 we don't talk about. And season 6, I don't remember if that was the one or if it was season 5. But whichever one where Fitz was actually the villain the entire time. Not the one where he was the actual agent of Hydra villain, but where he was the villain and pretending to be a regular version of himself.
I feel like I watched that season, and that was the season where I believe Coulson walked away. Like he left the ship.
Yeah.
And I think he walked away with May, and he was supposed to technically die or whatever, but then they brought him back in season 6.
As an alternate reality version of him.
Or like a robot or whatever. And they brought him back in season 7 again. And I was just like, he's
trying to save humanity following the death of director Phil Coulson.
That's who he was.
Okay, no, it was this. Yeah. It was so it's the first 5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. phenomenal TV. Everything after it, please don't watch.
Yeah.
Netflix shows physical release. Why? Just download them and fucking burn them. What's wrong with you? Name one criticism you've heard toward Iron Man 2008 that you completely disagree with. No.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah, why are we even bothering? Missing X-Men 97, which would also be in the top. First Iron Man movie, Captain America. I will argue that Iron Man is still better than Winter Soldier because it was the first. Daredevil season 1, absolutely. Yep, this is correct. Okay. Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, okay.
Infinity War. Yep. Let me zoom in on this because I think this is right. The first Black Panther movie. Yeah, Shang-Chi. I don't
know. That
I don't think Shang-Chi belongs in the same category.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that looks like Guardians of the Galaxy season or episode. Is that 2?
Is that 1? That gotta be. If it's 2, then that's incorrect in my opinion.
It's not 3. So if it's 3, that's definitely wrong. I think it's 3 actually, because that's 3. That's terrible. Okay, so these 2 movies do not belong here. Guardians 1 probably does. Avengers, the first Avengers movies belongs up here. That movie was great. Jessica Jones is good. Season 1 is good. Guardians 1 was better than any of them. Age of Ultron was way lower than good.
Yes, lower than
Ant-Man belongs in good. Civil War was good. Doctor Strange, at least good. Thor Ragnarok, maybe best, but definitely good. I'm a little bit more harsh on Endgame, but like I don't think it's a problem with it being good.
I think it's right where it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Loki season 1 good. The Incredible Hulk mid. Yeah, that's fine. First Captain America. No, that was
me personally. I would put the Hulk a little bit lower, but that's me.
Yeah, Captain America was full meh. Iron Man 3 was super fucking meh.
Like those first.
Luke Cage season 1 is mid. Luke Cage season 1 was great. You fucking monster.
That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good.
Guardians Volume 2. I don't think it was mid. I think it was
season
good.
1 that's there. Mm-mm.
Yeah, wrong, incorrect.
No.
Homecoming was mid. Homecoming was mid.
Who is this guy? Are we canceling him? Are we canceling?
Ant-Man and the Wasp was fine. I don't care about that.
We're kidding. We don't cancel anybody.
All the Spider-Man movies were good or best.
Good.
Like, yeah. WandaVision was good. It wasn't mid. Eternals was not mid. It was dog shit on ice. Fuck you. Hawkeye was better than mid. She-Hulk was worse than mid. Moon Knight was good, but I'll give it mid. Werewolf by Night was fine at mid, but I don't think it was bad. Wakanda Forever being mid. Are we
probably it? No, it's appropriate.
We'll just move right on. We'll just move right on. Okay. We won't agree or disagree. We'll just because we still gotta Kid Gloves that movie for the next 5 years, right? We
have to Kid Gloves that movie. It's not.
The only one we're allowed is like, why are you fighting them on water? Like that's it. That's the only one. Why? Why would you choose to fight them on the water?
Do you understand? This is where they thrive.
The Marvels was mid. Okay, I'm fine with the Marvels of mid. I need to see what's meh. Iron Man 2 was meh.
No, Iron Man 2 was meh. It was meh.
But Iron Man 3
probably mid.
Iron Man 3 was better than Iron Man 2.
Where's Iron Man 3? on this
It's
list.
in
I don't
mid.
remember. I think Iron Man 2 was worse than Iron Man 3.
What you can't see is Hawkeye that I cut off, but that doesn't matter. Everything else makes sense. Thor, yeah, Thor's actually pretty bad.
It's supposed to be,
Yeah,
Iron Fist should be lower.
Iron Fist should be in the bottom. Defenders was better than Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I think, was mid.
I
Black
think it's
Widow
higher than that. Yeah.
Black Widow is exactly where it belongs.
Mhm.
Like it was two characters. What if I give Matt two? Because who cares?
Yeah.
The Guardians holiday special was great. They gave us that song that I still sing.
That was pretty funny, man. That was pretty. I like it. Echo,
meh's fine.
It pains me, but yeah.
Quantum Mania
is it's in the mid tier because I do think that Kang was good in the parts where he didn't die to ants.
I'm not gonna move it, but the problem is I don't think that. So what you can't see in the right is Thor: the Dark World, which definitely belongs in bad.
In the trash tier, yeah.
I don't think Captain Marvel was bad.
No, it's down there.
I don't think it was bad. I think it was like meh.
I think
like
Thor should be
like
down.
Iron Fist was was worse than Captain Marvel.
You said so. I think Thor: Dark World should be down there.
It is.
And Captain Marvel, I think is appropriately there.
I don't think Captain Marvel was. I don't think Captain Marvel was in the same boat as Thor: Dark World. Thor: Dark World was terrible. Thor: Dark World and Thor: Love and Thunder belong here.
We can put Captain Marvel in the middle of the tier that's up there, and then in the middle of both of the tiers that we're in, that we just went from.
So it's somewhere between meh and bad.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, fine. Then we'll leave it at bad. I'm not creating a new mid tier for a mid movie.
I'm making up new tiers.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Harsh. That's harsh.
Real. So I don't care that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is here. I care that Iron Fist season 1 is higher than that.
Yeah,
and that's
I would probably swap those. Yeah, like I would say Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Echo was not better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. And to be fair, well.
And let me be perfectly clear.
I'll be honest with you. I think
Secret Invasion gets a new tier at the bottom, and that new tier is why? The Marvels was worse than Captain Marvel, like hands down. Like,
no, I don't think the Marvels was worse than Captain Marvel. I don't.
We are fighting now. We are fucking fighting.
Yeah, I don't think it was worse.
So you're telling me. The origin story of Captain Marvel that introduced us to the Kree, like the Kree hive mind, right? The origin of Nick Fury, like his beginnings, like early Nick Fury and Coulson,
which was trash, yeah.
We're not done.
No, sorry. Proceed.
Okay. Talos, just the character of Talos. And no, you're right. They sucked. I don't know, but the problem is I can't even justify it.
I love because how you continue to talk about you were just like, you know what, never mind.
Yeah, like, but the Marvels wasn't better. Like, it was just a different bad.
It was better. So here's the thing. The thing about the Marvels is that you had Monica Rambeau, who's hot and played her part well. And then you had Miss Marvel, who was funny as heck and basically carried the entirety of the movie. And that made it infinitely better.
But then there were cats that ate people and then threw them up. So it's like, and then there was the villain whose name I do not remember ever.
Who is she? Who's that?
Jennifer. Her name is Jennifer.
I think it's
Amanda. Amanda.
Let's go with Amanda. Amanda seems to fit. I think it was better. I think it was a better movie. I don't think it's in the mid tier though. I think it might be in that tier right there, right above that trash tier. I here's the thing. I don't know. There's certain movies where I'm just like, I don't know where you want me to rate these. On a given day, I'm gonna say it's mid. On another day, I'm gonna say it's bad.
Should we just next week? Should we just rate everything?
We should. That would be
all right.
Quite funny. We should do that.
We'll just do that next week. I'll make the tier list, and we'll go through it, and we'll just be like, okay, guys, here it is. Here's everything you've been waiting for. Here's Goofy and Tony, and
somebody said
Ms. Marvel was the best part. Ben Affleck. You know what's fucked up? I believe you. I believe you. I believe you implicitly.
I need to do this. I need to just rank it.
Yeah, Jay, hit one of us with the link. Remove Kamala Khan from the Marvels, and it was worse than Secret Invasion. Ooh, sir, those are
not wrong.
Sir,
you're probably not wrong.
Sir, Secret Invasion.
I don't know.
Was a catastrophe. After I saw Secret Invasion, I didn't shit for 2 weeks. Like my body refused to do its actions.
I'm rethinking this now. She-Hulk may be too high.
In mid tier? So it's best, good, mid. Remember, mid isn't bad. Mid is mid.
Yeah.
And then meh, and then bad.
I think She-Hulk is in the meh. I think she's in the meh stage. That's where I think she's at.
We'll do this next week. I'm in for it.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
You guys reckon Secret Wars will have the same effect as Endgame did? Sir?
Who's gonna tell him?
Sir?
Hush Polo Cap 69.
Sir?
I'm sorry. No, it won't.
With Ali likely to step away from Blade, who would you want to see captain in the main role? With Marshall Ali looking to star in the next Jurassic World film, has begun talk speculating he's likely to walk from the role after very scarce development has been rife with script rewrites. Directors coming and going, many internal production problems, and even the actress for the main villain, Mia Goth, currently involved in an ongoing investigation for internally hurting someone on the set of Maxine. First of all, let me be very clear. Let me be perfectly clear. I like how she's just Cro-Magnon. She just has that Cro-Magnon eyebrow.
Okay.
Anyway, she was in X, which was a movie. It is a garbage horror movie.
I was gonna say it's horror film.
It is it's a garbage horror movie, and I loved it so much.
She seems to be in a lot of horror movies. Is that like her thing, like her shtick?
Yeah. She's like a scream queen now. But it's all A24 movies. Like, and if you're unfamiliar with what A24 is, it's like if Lionsgate had less money.
Okay.
Does Latveria exist in the MCU? Not yet.
Theoretically,
the rumor or fan theory is that Sokovia would be rechristened as Latveria, but that's not looking likely. I always like the idea that Latveria was Sokovia's original name. There was a running theory that the town Steve woke up in was Latveria because it looks like some shots from a comic panel. Yeah, we're about to find out. That's actually the correct answer. We are about to find out. Watch the What If Games trailer in 4K. Oh, this is the immersive storytelling.
Space. I am your guide through altering their. It's more than a window path of all existence.
I don't care. I'm not even watching this. Why are you still playing? I clicked off this.
All right.
Is there anything else worth discussing?
Might be it.
Who's this? Who would you cast Death as the MCU? Alexandria Daddario.
I was gonna say Emma Stone.
That's also fun.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. It's Cloak and Dagger. But, that show. Full metal handmade Iron Man Mark V armor. Cool.
Okay.
Legacy characters in Secret Wars. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. No. Someone... America Chavez graduated high school. Oh, no. Xochitl Gomez.
Oh, my gosh.
And the people who have graduated are Zendaya, Olivia Rodrigo, and Sabrina Carpenter. Which it's a high school for fucking actors, like for Disney and Nickelodeon shits. Congratulations on graduating high school, you fucking child. Which past Marvel actors do you think deserve a second
what
chance?
Did we just scroll past? What was that?
Insights on Deadpool with creator Rob Liefeld.
I've been saying his name wrong forever, but okay, cool. Oh, is that, I recognize that guy on the right. His name is Coy.
This is Rob, and this is some guy.
Yeah, I think his name is Coy or something like that. I don't remember.
Which past Marvel actors do you think deserve a second chance? Well, definitely not fucking him. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
No. No, she's not an actress. She's a blow-up doll that someone wished would come alive and then became a shitty fucking actress. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, she looked good in the Psylocke outfit, but to be
yeah,
fair,
she looked good.
Really had much of a
she's a blow-up doll.
Let's be honest. Psylocke has never really had much of a personality in the first place. To be honest,
no, she does because she's stealing the bodies of so many fucking people. That's her power.
I always thought she was a little bland.
Psylocke's job is to have titties.
And that was pretty much basically why I said I thought she was Coy Jandreau. Is that his name?
I don't know. Sure.
I think I've seen him.
No Way Home, best Marvel movie. I'm just waiting to see.
Like
it's not even the best Spider-Man movie. Okay, wait. So someone says No Way Home, best Marvel movie. The first comment is it's not even the best Spider-Man movie, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm okay with that take. I want to see how long before we get to the person saying it's Winter Soldier. No Way Jose. Best Marvel movie, no. Top two, no. Best Marvel movie. By the way.
You passed it.
Someone said Winter Soldier? Did I miss it?
Wait, go back up. Yeah, go back up.
Oh, here it is. Yep, there it is. You're right. Cool. It was the second comment, and that's all that takes. Best Marvel movie, no. Top two Marvel movie, no. Best Marvel movie of the last 6 years, no. Top two Marvel movie of the last 6 years. Best Spider-Man movie, no. Top two Spider-Man movie, no. Actually, that's true. The best Spider-Man movie is and will continue to be Into the Spider-Verse. It is true.
It actually is true, yeah.
Coy Jandreau. Okay, I believe you.
Coy Jandreau. Okay, got you.
Best is very vague. Most entertaining? Sure. Most well-made? Definitely not. Agreed. Okay, we don't have to look at that idiot anymore. Deadpool's humor, don't care. Phase 4 and 5 have gotten a lot of flack. But what do you think they did the best? I think Namor was a fantastic combination. Yeah, I thought Namor was a great character.
Yeah,
yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was especially great how they decided to fight him and his guys on the water. Whenever we decide to get a merch store, that's got to be the first. It's got to be like it's got to just be a picture of Shuri being like, we will fight them in the ocean. Like, it was just like with that thick accent, we will fight them in the ocean. Like, and Okoye side-eyeing her like, what?
Oh, that was too good. I love it. The dumbest Marvel moments. We should make a video about that at some point.
Which characters do you think needed to be killed off in some past projects for narrative reasons? Rhodey? No. Hank? No. Drax? No. Valkyrie? Probably. Korg should have died.
Yeah, Korg should have died.
Korg should have died. Because it's a character that if he had died and stayed dead, everyone would be like, "Aw," but no one would give a shit.
Yeah. But instead,
No, Sam Jackson has to live forever. Hand-to-hand to fight. Which of the defenders comes out on top? Ooh. It's Luke Cage, right?
the man has indestructible skin.
The comic book
Iron
Defenders is Iron Fist, and it's
Yeah,
Iron
I'm saying.
Fist by a mile. Iron Fist is kicking the ever-loving shit out of everybody twice. He's punching bullets back at fucking Punisher. Like, he does not care.
Mhm.
And, like TV show, it's
TV
Luke Cage.
show?
Yeah, it's Luke
yeah.
Cage. Luke Cage is bodying everybody. MCU box office, don't care. Don't care. Marvel India Instagram. What? Just want to stop by and point out how Marvel India Instagram account is slightly feral, and by being so is super funny. I just can't be the only person that knows this. Hold on. Single taken Wolverine. All right. All right. I have no context for any of this. We're done.
All right.
Well, we're still. By the way, we were only reached 4 days ago in Reddit.
Yeah, I'm impressed. There's a lot of people. This Reddit is usually pretty active, so I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. A lot of things to talk about from here. They're really good discussion points. Maybe one of these days I'll hop in and I'll say something.
No, absolutely. Not.
No, I will, and no, for the sake of on my burner account. It's just for the sake of people.
Yeah, of course.
Being really pissed off.
It's funny because my burner account's name is Goofy Rexy, so yeah.
Yeah, that's funny because mine is Tony Scangili.
That's fine. Nobody knows who that is. 5 characters. Giancarlo, don't care. Far From Home's re-release.
Oh my gosh.
Don't care.
We have nothing to talk about because we just keep on talking about Giancarlo. Oh my gosh. Every
MCU
minute.
2026. No. Wait, there's an
what could
honest
he be doing?
trailers for X-Men?
Oh boy, for season 2?
No, season 1.
Okay, got it.
You grew up with X-Men, the animated series.
little
Now,
flashback.
shockingly,
Okay.
Disney let the series mature with its
How long is
audience
this?
because all the mutants want to do this time
9 minutes?
is go
too
crazy
long.
and die.
I'm just gonna watch the first couple of seconds.
My attention span is 2 minutes long.
Hey, get that skip intro button out of there. Crank it.
Well, I can't hear it either.
Oh, right. Baby sleeping. Shh, shh. X-Men 97. Almost 30 years ago, the classic series ended on a cliffhanger, and it's been a rocky road for the X-Men ever since.
Where the hell did you go? Their special place.
Now, your favorite mutants are back in the most adult X project since Bryan Singer's hot tub casting sessions.
2 always better than 1, and far better than 3.
Packed with more catty drama than last year's BravoCon.
I can't touch you, Remy!
I love you.
Communicating via psychic rapport was our thing, Scott.
Just stop and let me explain, please.
Enough Avenger cameos to keep Emperor Feige on board, and a Reddit's worth of relationship advice posts like, can I shapeshift into a married woman to comfort the dying man who loves her?
I love you, Logan. Stay with me.
Is it still cheating if you psychically bond with your lover's clone, who is also the mother of your child?
Don't tell me. You can explain.
And do you lose your moral authority if you fake your death to become a bird lady's sex pet?
Your man speaks as if I am your pet. Not an entirely displeasing thought.
Hush now, beloved.
Oh my God.
Now that Professor X has found someone to match his freak, he's left the X-Men to his ex friend Magneto.
You hurt me as you did me. I have you, Magnus.
Hold on. I saw a comment. Now I'm pausing this. I saw a comment that was like, I love how the entirety of X-Men 97 is these two broke up and made it everybody's fucking problem. And I was like, oh God, it's so true.
Always have you.
A decision that ends up destroying the team, the school, his ride, the nation of Genosha, and nearly the world.
Thousands are feared dead. All first world infrastructures are in ruin. Magneto, sir? Really?
But that won't stop Dr. Obvious from making a last-second return to condescendingly lecture us anyway.
Too many have died, Magnus, but we both have the power to end it. Demerits, raise your hand.
Magneto was right, Chuckles, and maybe Scarlet Witch had the right idea too. All your favorite mutants have returned with a...
That's all I want to watch. This is Screen Junkies honest trailers for X-Men 97. Please, by all means, watch it. Why are there so many mutants in the void? Because Fox sucked at writing movies.
Yeah.
If they weren't, they wouldn't have bought it. What's a big comic storyline you'd love to see? Man, I'd love to say Secret Empire. No, nobody cares about the Korvac saga. Trust me, nobody cares. Infinity Watch is fine. Look at fucking
it's too
look
far
at
gone.
look at the cans they drew on fucking Moondragon.
Moondragon?
Yeah, they went real fucking hard on her. And then AVX. Yeah, AVX. AVX is like, if they're not shooting for AVX, like I have no faith in Marvel. Like it's the most cool fucking story.
We're probably gonna get that quicker in the animated series than we will get it in the
I don't think so.
action, though.
I don't think so, man. I think that like
You think they're gonna draw it out?
I think
in
X-Men like I said, I think X-Men 97 is the X-Men we're getting. I think that by the end of Secret Wars, the X-Men 97 are going to be in our reality. The Fantastic Four are going to be in our reality. And I think that they're just going to cover the X-Men shit in X-Men 97 that they're not going to deal with in like Age of Apocalypse is just psychotic. And you can't do it in a movie. And they can't split it.
It's like 50 something issues in the comics, isn't it? It's like almost.
It's not just 50 something. Ignoring 50 something issue, it's 2 years. Age of Apocalypse was a 2-year run, which they didn't really do that often. Most comics run like 9 months, most crossover events. It was like 2 fucking years. Sylvie originally timeline, don't care. I think Giancarlo Esposito is playing Doctor Doom. I would love if Giancarlo Esposito was playing Doctor Doom. I do not love that Doctor Doom is being introduced in Brave New World. Level of inconsistencies surrounding Sokovia baffles me. I agree. Thor causing Asgard and Jotunheim to go to war. Whatever. Y'all think Tom Holland being part of creative process for Spider-Man 4 is a good idea? I have never been led to believe that Tom Holland is good at anything other than flippy doos, so. Age of Apocalypse was 4 months real world?
Oh, in Discord, Jay?
So Prelude Invents has a reading order that goes back. I mean, I'm not going to inherently, because these are just like character development stuff, but like the early 90s. And then the actual Age of Apocalypse, it has some Blink stuff from but that's unrelated. 95. Tony's gonna tear me apart. Might want to wait till next week to bring it up. All right, we'll wait.
No, I DM'd him. I DM'd it to him already, but we'll pin it so that way we can do it next week.
The Age of Apocalypse run affected the storytelling, like the same thing with the Krakoan age of X-Men. Like Hickman's run of X-Men, all of it, the Krakoan age is 3 years. The Sins of Sinister was like a 3-month event. Dark Web was a 2-month event or a 4-month event. Like the parts of it, but that run, like the entirety, like AVX could not have existed if not for the year and a half before it, and what it's going to lead to now. So like, yeah, Age of Apocalypse, the storyline, like same thing with Civil War, like only took place over like a 5-month period of time, whatever. But like, it was the culmination of like 2 years prior's stories coming to a fruition, and it still has effect on stuff. MCU Spider-Man's getting another trilogy, which starts at 4. There's been plenty of time to introduce multiple unseen villains to the big screen, but I do believe the MCU is going to... Spider-Man deserves to fight an official MCU Goblin and Doc Ock. We all agree. Which X-Men would you pick to be the first MCU? Don't care. 2008 Hulk isn't as strong as people say. It's... As a movie, it was awful. Forgive me, I'm watching Infinity War for the 100th time. Can someone explain the second face with Gamora in Nebula's archive? It's not a second face, it's just her looking at a different angle. I don't think anything else here matters. And we are still fucking 4 days ago.
4 days, yeah. All right. Well, before we go down into this abyss,
we're done.
Might want to wait until next week. Yeah, so we can bring it up, Jay, next week.
We'll bring it up next week.
Yeah,
and we'll use it as the catapult into our ranking.
Yeah,
and me and Goofy will do our best to agree, to find common ground on some of our more distincts. We'll work it out.
Work it out.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if like you wanted to pick up WandaVision, like a complete series on Blu-ray, and they only bundled it with Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Ooh.
Could you imagine? You're like, all right, I can't wait to watch this.
No Moon Knight. Oh, okay. No.
Yeah. Do you want to watch? The bundle Hawkeye with Secret Invasion, and we'll be like, fucking kill me, kill me.
Oh man.
It's actually a decent drawing. Hideo Kojima. I watched the last 9 episodes of WandaVision. Okay. This is translated.
I know, it's just funny.
His first language is Japanese. I grew up watching American sitcoms like I Love Lucy, so I quite enjoyed it. It made me swoon. The end was properly Marvel-esque. It was still a great trick. This is a project that could never have been done on film, like Moon Knight. I feel like I could have more adventures in a drama series than in a theater before. I missed it, so I rewatched Bewitched.
All right.
Wholesome post from the creator of some of the greatest video game stories we've ever played. My favorite movie of all time is actually Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, okay.
Guns of the Patriots. Because that is not a game. It is a movie that you only control between cutscenes. Between 13-minute cut. True story. One time, I climbed up I finished a 6-minute cutscene, climbed up a ladder for a minute, and entered a 5-minute cutscene in that game. So
5-minute cutscene. Okay.
Yeah, 6-minute. All the cutscenes in that game start at like 5 minutes.
Oh,
the 5-minute ones are the short ones. Some guy clarifies news of him losing Reed Richards' role to Pedro Pascal. Fucking hell, this has been blown way out of proportions. I wasn't going to address this, but I guess I have to. I said during a podcast I didn't get it. I didn't say I was in the running or I lost to Pedro Pascal or I was being considered. I just didn't get it. It was part of a larger point about fan casting and mental health. As for the role, Pedro is one of my favorite actors out there and a lovely person. I can't think of a better actor. I can think of plenty of better actors to play Reed. We were never up against each other. I was never even in his league. I'm stoked for him, and I can't wait to watch. Apologies, everyone. Lesson learned. Man, you didn't even have to apologize. If you were like, yeah, I didn't get the job, and the other person was Pedro Pascal, I'd be like, I understand why you didn't. Like, okay. Fuck, that poor guy, man. Also, I don't know who you are. You look familiar. Is he Reedish? He's a little Reedish.
Potentially.
He's a little more Reedish than Pedro Pascal. Anyway, I'm done. I'm tired.
Yeah. Same Z's.
All right. We're calling it here because we're tired. But just remember to like and subscribe. I don't know what that means. I'm just told that I'm supposed to say it.
Yeah.
So do it. Subliminal advertising. Like and subscribe. Send your social security numbers.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Right. Yep. Bye, guys.